Hello, everybody. We're about to get started. We got the podcast going on. They're talking about yipes. You know what? Let me bring him up so you can hear him.
Fuck the Knicks.
There he is. Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yes. The Knicks.
What are you gonna say, Mike? Oh my god, dude, you gotta stop.
I thought we had a black flag situation.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys again. Never mind. I'm gonna mute you guys. Here we go. Okay, they're muted again. Don't worry. There we go. Okay. Let me get up chat. YouTube. Oh man.
Because we never learn Christian.
That's why.
I just looked at it like, wow. Woo.
Oh man.
You know, if we keep growing at this pace, we won't be at 40. Well, yeah, we'll be at 40,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
You don't get a plaque to have 100,000 though.
That's right, exactly. Okay.
You're so good. Every time I forget. I need to go to that place and see if they have more.
Live. Jeff is back.
Don't hinge me.
Mario.
Get your hands out of me.
Yeah, do you see my rundown?
Yep, looking at it right now.
I haven't played anything I can talk about.
I've been so busy. Well, I played.
Like, I'm muted, right?
No, you're not. But I can mute you. Now you're muted. All right. Okay. Do you think people could read your lips? Okay.
I think they might have got that. I think
That's gonna
possibly.
Yeah, well, we're doing the I didn't look at the list yet, so I didn't get my week ahead of time practice in there. But that's fine.
Wow.
We'll just shoot from the hip. We'll just do it. Okay.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the game.
Yes.
In fact.
Yes. No, it's not. Listen, he said we could have a week. He gave us the stuff earlier. I've just been too busy to look.
Jim Ryan's ratting on us.
Wow.
Okay.
Tweet.
You know what? Let me tweet and then we'll get started. Actually, let me get the music. I think I have it right here. Nintendogs.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now!
Let me turn that up. That's too loud.
You still have some other music playing.
Yep.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now!
Did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then let me tweet. Then we'll be good to go, everybody. Thanks for bearing with us as we get started on our first ever podcast.
First time.
Yeah, you cannot know what was being talked here. Sorry.
Hey, Rachel.
No way. Yeah, and Mike was doing a really offensive accent. We cannot repeat
Really
it.
offensive accent.
The hell did I miss when Discord went down for me? What were you doing in here?
Nothing. Nothing, Mr. Hates the Knicks.
Jesus.
Listen, it's yaps over there.
You are playing with so much fire.
Yeah,
you
this is
motherfucker.
insane.
This
Why would
motherfucker
he
is
want
one
to
of
do
those,
this?
Like, yeah, it's one of those motherfuckers that strap like a GoPro to the forehead and like they climb the Eiffel Tower just for fun. Like, one day this motherfucker's gonna fall.
Yes, Matt, that yipes. Mr.
Yeah, we
Pringles
love
himself.
yipes.
Hey, Wayback says he wants to be on his show. How jealous are you?
I'm very
Yeah,
jealous.
ooh.
That's awesome.
Oh, no.
Wait, what would that even entail?
He's gonna be one of the wine moms.
Good boss, right? That's the exciting thing. Nobody knows.
Okay. There we go. I've tweeted it. Now there's that. I got this here. Maybe later. Discord Nitro.
Disgusting.
And
Discord Nitro. Hey, if you had Discord Nitro, you can use your boost in our Discord server.
yeah,
True.
boost our Discord server.
Boost it.
Okay.
I got
We'll
Nitro
never
now.
get
I can boost
partnership.
their
We're
Discord
not gonna,
server.
yeah, we're ever gonna get partnered because Discord hate the shit out of us.
Well, all right. Let's get started. Mike, you ready?
I'm boosting the server. I did it.
Oh,
Thanks,
well,
Mike.
I suppose I'll let that one slide then. You know what? Let me see here. Let me do one thing real quick. Podcast rundown.
Okay, I'm trying to picture how the hell Rachel melted lipstick. Something went through the dryer. This is my
Left
guess.
it on a car seat.
Yeah, car dash or
Ooh,
something.
Yeah.
Could do it.
Yeah, she's in
Oh.
Texas. That could be it.
Did it on purpose
Oh, never mind.
for funsies.
She is one.
What are you? What are you?
Yeah.
Are you like doing?
Destroy the world.
What are you? Yeah, it's just like it's just like a. It's like a step to make like explosive or something. What's going?
Wait, she held a spoon
Anarchist
over a
cookbook.
candle.
Oh,
All right, hang on.
Okay,
hang
so
on.
do we need?
I've muted us. It's in there. It's in the rundown. All right.
Okay,
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna bring us in, Mike. I'm gonna count us in. Are you ready?
Mike is ready.
All right. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now! Yeah, let's get this over with. Yeah.
Woof woof. Hi, I'm Mike Minotti, and I am a Nintendog.
Hi, I'm Jeff Grubb, and I am a Nintendog.
And we are the last of the
Ah,
Nintendogs.
rah, 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 rah.
Today,
Rah, 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 rah.
Jeff is back, and he's been to Super Nintendo
Yeah,
World.
baby.
That Mario Brothers movie is making a lot of money, and we are going to talk about some other things. Jeff, how's it going?
Cool, cool, cool. I'm glad that you didn't taper off there. Start slow
No.
and taper off. That's what they say in wrestling, right?
Yeah, that's what really hooks him.
That's what really hooks them. Yeah,
broadcasting.
I'm doing good. I'm interesting, and people love me. So
okay,
yeah.
This is what you tell yourself when you wake up and
yes, when I look in the mirror, yeah, these are my self affirmations,
and people love me.
I can see myself, so I just assumed that was what's happening right now. I could see the video feed, so yeah, I'm just doing my affirmations because yeah, I need it. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you guys held down the fort. Thank you so much for doing that. But I'm ready to be back on the show and talk about where I've been and what I've been doing.
Yeah, thanks again to AJ and Sean for filling in while Jeff was away and having amazing adventures without me.
It was amazing because it was without you. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's funny because you go to Nintendo World, right? And I'm like the theme park guy, and it doesn't bother me actually. I'm like, I'm happy for him. That's good. But I'll go myself someday. Blah blah blah. Then you tweeted a picture from Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
Yes, I did.
And I was furious.
Well, it's not like we have a Bubba Gump in town that we could go to, Mike. I saw the opportunity and I seized the day.
There's like you're in City Walk. There's a million restaurants. You had to go to the one that I say I want to go to all the time, but never been to.
I don't remember you ever talking about Bubba Gump. I thought that was my thing.
It's both of our things.
Oh, okay.
It was our thing together.
Oh,
it was our friendship thing.
This is our friendship
threw it
thing.
on the ground and stomped on it.
Now, I didn't eat there. We just stopped and got drinks. I did get the Corona Rita, which is
great.
Margarita, a delicious frozen margarita with a Corona like stuck in the top.
Oh yeah,
and then it was really good. It was very blue. It definitely blew Jan away. He's been talking about it nonstop ever since we've been there. I drank it. I felt really good. And you know what? I felt closer to the friends that I went with.
Oh my god, I'm so mad. At least you didn't go to like Trader Sam's. If you had like taken like an Uber all the way to Disneyland to go to Trader Sam's without me, friendship over.
No, I did not. But I went to Margaritaville and I went to this Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, and it was a lot of fun. There was a bunch of other good restaurants.
Look, I've been to Margaritaville, and I will go again.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
The Bubba Gump. Wow. You went to some tiki bar too.
I didn't go to some tiki bar. I went to the tiki bar. The Grass Skirt. We got invited there by Chef Bob, who's a fan of Giant Bomb, and so he's like, just order whatever you want, and then I'm gonna bring out some other stuff, and he's based on what you order, I'll bring out some other. So we just ordered like some small plates. I wasn't too hungry, and then he just started bringing out the most delicious food I've ever had. There was
he knows who I am.
Well, he might now. I told him that you love tiki places, so maybe he'll look you up. But the delicious steak with this incredible vinaigrette sauce that went on it, and
I love vinegar, and
some of the chicken that and I was very happy because it was like it reminded me of Mabel's barbecue sauce, and then this really good chicken that just also had an incredible sauce with it, and he had salmon wrapped in imitation crab. Or that was like filled with imitation crab. It was just all so good.
Filled with imitation crab.
Yeah, and like little poppers or whatever. It was incredibly delicious. And then we kept ordering great drinks, and they were all very, very good, and they had umbrellas in them. And then Nick Ivory,
get a Mai Tai or anything like that.
I honestly at a certain point I forget what I just started ordering random stuff because it's like whatever. And then then Chef Bob covered our entire tab because he's a very nice man. Like it was just like it was really good. And it's like work was going to pay for it. We were fine. But he just wanted to do a nice thing for us. It was very nice. But he also sent Nick Ivory to our table, who was a close-up magician who just came up and put on a show for us. And
you talked about that on the Bombcast.
Yes. It was really incredible, actually.
Yeah, the lemon trick. That's incredible.
Yeah, him pulling Dan's money out of a lemon and Dan's signed $20 bill. It's more mind-blowing than we even make it sound because it was right there. It felt like we wanted to see the tricks we'd be able to, and we just couldn't. We couldn't see any of it. It was really well done.
All right, Jeff. Well, now I want you to blow my mind by telling me about Super Nintendo World. Now, I don't really care too much about theme park spoilers. The only thing I don't want is specifics on the Mario Kart ride. I'm kind of avoiding that. But I don't know. Where do you want to go? What were your general thoughts? Did you guys have a good time? Was it crowded? Was it difficult to navigate? What was the situation?
It is very crowded. It was. We think it was. Even though we were there on a Wednesday. It was spring break time, and it felt like spring break time.
Spring break is always rough in theme parks.
It was very rough. So we didn't do all of the things. Now we did Mario Kart and we did Toad's Cafe. Those were the two big ones. The best thing is just walking in. Walking in and being blown away because it's super immersive. It is just an incredible design in terms of enveloping your entire vision with this awesome Mario stuff. All of the animatronics are very good. The way that the characters move is how they move in the video games. And it's really powerful. And the music's playing, and you go through that warp pipe, and they have all the lights as you're coming in. Then you come out, and it's just, bright sunny day with blue skies, and then everything is Mario everywhere you look. Then we were like, okay, the first thing we're going to do, because the line can get really long, is go get in the Mario Kart line. And since we were there first thing in the morning, even though we kind of had a slow start getting in because we kind of got back to the back of the crowd because we didn't know where we were going, the crowd that was like letting everybody go down to the Mario section of the park, we still got in pretty quickly. It wasn't a long wait at all. You couldn't use your express pass. Yes, you could not use your express pass on Mario Kart. So that was fine. We didn't have to wait very long. And the waiting was maybe one of the best parts of the entire thing, because the entire queue is Yoshi's Island themed. Almost all of it is Yoshi's Island. So, and it's like Super Nintendo Yoshi's Island. And it was very, very cool just to like look around and be like, oh, those little star guys with the sneakers are right over there. And the flowers are hidden up in the corner over there. And here's some red coins in this room.
Universal is pretty good with making really immersive lines. Their lines for the Harry Potter things have been really good. Even they're like, I remember that Spider-Man ride has a really good line. Even that Fast and the Furious ride in Universal Orlando that no one likes, I think that's a pretty fun ride line, because you go through like Dom's garage and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it rules.
It was, yeah. So that was really cool. And then we did the ride. So do you want any sort of opinion on the ride, just without spoilers?
Yeah, let me know, like, because I know the general sometimes complaint people have is that it's not a fast ride, and maybe you are expecting a Mario Kart ride to be fast, but then when you think about it for like 5 more seconds, you're like, well, this is the Mario ride. They're going to want everybody to go on it.
I do think that they're a little bit hurt by this feeling that they have to be beholden to making it interactive, because it's the interactivity is you're basically just looking and shooting, and so they had to like figure out how do we do this for each individual person, and the tech is okay but not great for that side of things. And I think that all of the practical stuff that they do is really well done, and any of the AR stuff is not as well done, right? Or isn't as wowing. So you kind of so you kind of want more practical stuff, and they seem to rely on the AR stuff a bit too much. All that said, it was totally worth it. I had a good time, and I would do it again. I do think though that if you go there, yes, go do the Mario Kart ride first, but also make sure that you get Toad's Cafe reservations, because those go very fast as well. By 9:30, 9:45, they were filled up for the day. Wow. Dan went there first thing and got us a reservation for 10:30 a.m. And I'm glad that we got done. We poked around for a little bit. We started like looking around to see about doing some of the other things, which I'll talk about in a second. But we got into Toad Cafe, and that was really fun. It's just really cool to have all those Mario themed burgers and pasta dishes. And my Mario burger had bacon, but it also had a black mustache kind of burned into the bun, and that's really cute. And Princess Peach's cupcake just looks like Peach, and it's pink like that, and it's birthday cake flavored, of course. And it's all really good, and it tastes good because you're in a fun environment, and it all just kind of and the Toads really are on the screens making the food behind you, and then all of a sudden Bowser's ship will come in. Yeah, they sound like that. Bowser's ship will come in, the whole place will get dark, and the toads are getting attacked, and the one guy in the kitchen still just like feverishly beating the dough or whatever. It's a lot of fun. And I think that we had a variety of people that are easily impressed, and a variety of people who are pretty cynical, and everyone was having a good time at that. So it's it really worked on us. And then there's other things to do at this place, but not a ton. And these things usually are smallish mini games that you could use to earn to get keys. And if you get 3 of the 4 keys, then you could take those 3 keys and do a fight with Bowser Jr. And that's like the big thing. That's like this part of the interactive part of the park. Because it was spring break, because it was so busy, the like shortest wait for one of these keys was 40 minutes. And then you're going up there, and these small mini games you're like cranking a lever, and then some stuff happens on the screen, and then you're done. And you have to do something like akin to that 3 times to get to Bowser Jr. Now, apparently, the Bowser Jr. fight is a lot of fun, but we were kind of looking at like that's maybe 3 to 4 hours in total of waiting, and we decided it wasn't worth it. And that that's I think that's okay if there was a lot of other things to do. There's not a lot of other things to do at Super Nintendo World. There's the shops, and it's all Mario or Mario Kart right now. There is not like a variety of other like Nintendo themed stuff. That stuff will come in time, I'm positive, but right now they're leaning heavily on Mario. and that's fine. I love Mario. But it means like, okay, well, if you get a handful of Mario things, I don't need to get every Mario thing. You sort of run out pretty quick. I think people are right to say that it feels a little small, because it does. Like when you walk in, you could see everything except for like the cues for Mario Kart immediately. You could look around and see everything right away. There's not a lot of nooks and crannies. But still, it's dense. There is a ton of stuff in there. There are a lot of fun Easter eggs. I found the Pikmin almost right away because I was looking for them, carrying the coin. And I loved all that stuff. For me, it was totally worth it. I think if I had spent thousands of dollars to get my family across the country, get a hotel, get them there, get them up early, then deal with them kind of being young kids all throughout the day and trying to do this Mario stuff with them, I think at that point it might have been that would be pretty tough to say it would be worth it, but as going for work easily, it was worth it, of course.
But like you do have to make smart decisions. Like, well, maybe let's not spend 3 hours doing these mini games that were really designed as just walk up and play things. Because it's so new, there's these giant lines.
Exactly.
Do other things in the park.
We did do other things in the park though. We had the express pass, so we just like, you know what, we'll go do the Mummy ride. We were all like excited to do that. Got right in. That ride is still incredibly fun. I really enjoyed that.
I've never done it. I'm a coward, but I know people love it.
I think it would be a bit tough because it is.
It'd be a bit tough for Mikey's.
It'd be a bit tough for Mikey. It goes very fast, and then when it goes very fast in complete darkness, that feels like a recipe for anxiety for a lot of people. I think so. So yeah, but it is a fun ride.
Transformers ride?
We did everything. So yeah, we did the Transformers ride. Yeah,
did you do the studio tour? Because that rules.
That was the one thing we didn't do, and now we should have.
You say that for going with me. That's okay.
Okay,
it's perfect. It takes up a lot of time because it's a whole thing. And I talked to you about this myself, but I know some people here are curious. You did do Waterworld.
We did do Waterworld, and I had a great time. It was a very good show. It makes me respect the theater even more. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, suck it, Shakespeare. Eat my Waterworld wet dick.
Eat shit, Shakespeare. I've seen a man with gills now. You don't have any men with gills in your play. It was great. It was a lot of fun. We sat up very close, and that has some implications that you will see in videos here very soon. There is
good. Yeah,
some
there's
fun.
Gonna be a lot of videos on Giant Bomb.
Yes, exactly. Show. All this stuff will have various videos. Look out for wet bets though. We make, because whenever there's a wet ride, we did Jurassic Park. And then we did this
Jurassic World. They ruined it.
Yes, they did. They did Jurassic World. Yes,
extra Chris Pratt for you, Jim.
Yes, it was too much Chris Pratt. I
agree.
I don't love any sort of like theme park ride that has the actor just kind of talking to a camera, because I can't help but think about them like having like their agents set that up and just be like.
I saw some parody TikTok. And it was like what the Titanic ride would be like. It was like this person group trying to be Rose and Jack.
Yes, exactly.
Like, listen up, everybody. The lifeboats are going out right now. Then Jack's like, don't forget to tell them the most important bite. That's right. Listen, it's just incredible. It's exactly what it is.
And that's what I think about.
The important part.
Yes.
Right.
But it was I don't know. We'd be like, okay, how wet do you think you're gonna get? So like you may get wet on the Jurassic World ride. And we mostly come out pretty unscathed from that. I will say that we don't, as a team, come out unscathed from Waterworld. So
there you go.
So look out for that.
I got destroyed with wetness when I was on the Popeye ride in Universal Florida my last trip. So I see some people chat asking about this. So to clarify, like in Hollywood, it might just be that version of Nintendo World forever. There's not room to expand.
Right.
But the version they're building in Florida is going to be all of that. Plus this Yoshi ride, which already does exist in Japan. And then also this Donkey Kong Country little kind of mini section that will include a Donkey Kong Country roller coaster that looks really fun. And then interestingly today, Jeff, Universal announced that an attraction called Poseidon's Fury is closing in Universal Islands of Adventure, which is sort of the second park in Orlando that they have. Now this is interesting because this has been rumored for a while that this could be where a Zelda land goes. And now they're announcing that they're closing this. That doesn't mean a Zelda land is going there.
There's no guarantees.
This is also right next to that first most popular Harry Potter area. It could just be a Harry Potter expansion. It could be a million other things.
Yeah, but what do you do with Harry Potter? Well,
that's the thing. Is you already have two lands, and they are building a third Harry Potter land in the third theme park also. So I don't know how much more Harry Potter room they really do need. Although,
right, and they already have we walked through it. Everybody, just deal with it. We walked through it, and it was it's like it's got the stuff that I imagine that is very easy to turn into a theme park, Diagon Alley, and then all like the fun little shops.
Wow, would you would love to hear that though? In the third park, they built it with plans to look like Paris from one of the Fantastic Beasts movie. And then like the movie Bond, but they're kind of just stuck with that.
See, that is crazy. That's great.
Right.
They already have like Diagon Alley, they have Hogsmeade, and they have the big castle. And
right. Well, so
that's
what you don't have, right? Like you don't have the Ministry of Magic. So what they're doing now, it's like, oh well, you're in Paris, but you take the stupid magic fireplace to go to the Ministry of Magic, and that's where the actual ride will be.
Right.
Now.
The Ministry of Magic, not as fun as Hogwarts. That's like
No.
I think that's a waste. So I mean, there's so many big Nintendo IPs that you could do fun stuff with. I get that Zelda probably needs to happen first. I bet they go with Zelda. I think that's a good bet.
So this attraction they close, it has this really elaborate exterior that looks like a giant ruined temple. Like the whole place could very easily be turned into a Zelda area.
Yes.
So it's and maybe that's why the rumors got so much traction. Maybe it's less on like real hard facts. And it's just kind of like, well,
it just fits.
This makes sense.
Okay.
But who knows?
We'll see.
That's just a rumor.
Yeah, I had a great time. I had a really good time. City Walk was a lot of fun. There are Nintendo themed shops all up and down at City Walk, and then there was mini Mario shop, or a couple Mario shops in Super Nintendo World proper. And then there was the big popcorn line outside of Super Nintendo World, and Jan waited in that. I think Jan and his partner are big into popcorn tins, so he got one of the Starman tins and stuff. And
those are a huge deal in the theme parks
yes,
right now.
that's what they were explaining to me and Dan. And we're like, I think Mike has said this to me before, but Dan was like, what? Why? It was very fun. And then so me and him went to go talk to Optimus Prime while they were doing that, and Dan posted a video of us talking to Optimus Prime. So if you want to see that on Twitter, and again, all this stuff is going to be in videos going up on the site very soon. Again, we had a lot of fun putting these things together, so look out for that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. So yeah, thanks for kind of sharing those impressions. It doesn't bother me that you went to this before me at all. I am a grown man. It's okay. I'll deal. Well, gosh, it's a big week for Mario. Because that Mario movie had its first opening weekend. It was a gigantic hit, making $378 million in its kind of 5-day start. It has already made over $200 million domestically. To give you an idea how big that is, Detective Pikachu made $144 million domestically during its entire run. And we said before, Detective Pikachu feels like it underperformed, right?
Yes, it
but
definitely did.
Sonic did. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, though, which we all agree is some big hit, made $190.1 million its entire domestic run, and Mario's already surpassed that.
Yes.
So yes, this is just
and it's going to surpass its international run here in a couple of days, like
right.
2 days maybe.
And I think I think it's one because it's Mario, and that's just the biggest video game character there is. I think, and you kind of criticize the movie for this. I think playing the hits and making it very clear that's what you were doing, that really drew people in. Much more so than maybe like trying to do something weird, like mashing up like realistic looking Pokemon in some kind of like Blade Runner-esque looking city, or doing like the Sonic the Hedgehog paired up with a buddy human kind of thing. Right?
We haven't talked about it yet. I mean, should we like just give our opinions on it and kind of like tie it into like this news story or whatever?
Yeah, let's do that. Because I mean, I think you talked about a little bit here, and I talked about a little bit there. But we haven't talked about it with each other.
Right.
Jeff.
So, I think you're right. I think they played the hits, and I think that makes for what is and I'll just say it. I think it's a pretty bad movie. I think it's a great Mario movie. I think it's if you just like watch it as like, oh, is this how does this measure up as a film? It like Dan said, nonsense. I think it's nonsense. It doesn't like link together in any really strong ways. But because of all this Mario stuff is happening constantly, and the characters are pretty well done, I had a great time. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a strong, good movie. If it like in terms of portraying Mario on the screen, I think it did a great job at that, and that's clearly paying off. And it doesn't need to be much more than that. I can't wait to show my kids. Like I'm not taking them yet. This weekend, I'm like, we have to get out there because they are gonna go bananas for this thing.
Yeah, I think I feel the same way. It's so funny when people were getting mad that like movie critics didn't like it. And
Right.
it's like, yeah, guys, like people who are just movie critics, and I know that all the critics are used to interacting with or yelling at on the internet are the gaming critics.
Mhm.
But yeah, seeing the Super Mario Sunshine font isn't going to have the same effect on these guys.
Right. The guy
So this-
that reviewed the Tetris movie for Variety or whatever is like, I've never even heard of Tetris. Like
Right,
that's
it's like, wow.
That's the kind of people that are out there reviewing movies for a lot of sites. So just very unsurprising that this wasn't for them.
And I remember like the first impressions were coming in. People were like, it has so many references. And I think like a lot of people, I rolled my eyes. But like, yeah, you know what? It is kind of fun to have like, and we're going to probably talk about some spoilers, people. So if you haven't seen the movie, you want to avoid that. Be
Right.
careful.
And the
But, like,
spoilers are going to be about the references mostly because you
Right.
can't really spoil the
Well,
movie plot
it's like,
itself.
yeah. You know what? I do like that they are in a place called Punch Out Pizzeria,
Yes,
and I can
I
see the
love
pictures
that.
of Glass Show on the wall and stuff
Right.
like
there,
that.
there is Don Flamenco right there. Oh my God. Piston Hondo. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and like, yeah, that stuff is kind of cool, and it's just kind of fun seeing this stuff brought to life in a way. And you're right. It's some people are like, well, it's a kid's movie. Well, we have movies like this, like Into the Spider-Verse, or like the Lego movie. I didn't see that new Puss in Boots, but that kind of transcends that.
Yes, it does.
In a way.
Those do. Yes.
This is not that. This is like, this
Clearly
is
not.
just pure kind of, I don't want to say fan service.
It's
That
candy.
sounds a little.
It's sweet candy. Yep.
Yeah, there's no substance in terms of like, wow, this is actually kind of about something, or kind of like makes you doesn't like tug on the heartstrings.
I mean,
any
it's
particular
an
way.
Illumination movie. It really is.
It is.
Yes.
It is, and I mean, nothing makes that more clear than the overabundance of licensed music, which I know you said you didn't mind too much. That was by far my least favorite part of the movie, and like the very beginning when the penguins are attacking, and they're like they do the
Okay, yeah,
whatever that is.
The needle drops themselves, like the choices that they go for, are some of the most obvious ones that they could possibly do, and that part bothers me a little bit. But it's like I was bought into what this movie was pretty quickly, so I'm like, all right, if they're gonna do it, just do it, whatever. Like, yeah.
But I mean, again,
I would have
you're right,
preferred
like,
more Mario music in those segments.
Well, people have found like in the soundtrack,
Yes.
the composer did that Donkey Kong Country medley that would have played
Yes.
during one scene. Instead, we got "Take on Me,"
Yeah.
which and then the most egregious to me was when they play "I Need a Hero." Look, Shrek 2 locks that one down.
Yep.
Like Shrek 2 turned that into like one of the greatest movie scenes ever.
Yep. You can't do it. You
just can't also
But
decide to put
stop.
that
They
in your movie.
all of their needle drops are used better in other movies, like every single
Really,
one.
Yeah, every single one.
So it's
Right.
just it's like they had no shame about that, and that honestly that makes it more of an Illumination movie. That is what
Yes.
that's what they would. They don't care, and it doesn't hurt it because the movie's still going to make $1 billion, like all the
Yeah.
Illumination movies do.
That and like the just insanely fast pace, and you know, I'm like, I could have used maybe 15 minutes to slow things down a little bit and get some more character moments.
It just goes and
But
it doesn't care. It was clearly
does not
cut
care.
to shreds. Like it feels like it was like really they cut out a ton of this movie.
Well, you said way back when you heard there was going to be multiple musical numbers,
like
and there
three
must have been something
music
to
numbers.
that,
Yes.
because there is one still.
Yep, the one
still
that
have that
one that
one.
they kind of split up. They used it twice, but yes, I think that song was the one that was mentioned in that early rundown. Now that when I said that was before they delayed it by a substantial amount. So I think they clearly like cut out those musical numbers, cut out a lot of the stuff that connected those things. At DreamHack, which is where I was at over the weekend after I went to Super Nintendo World, on stage is the guy that does the voice for Bugs Bunny these days, and he had a big role in the movie as doing a lot of Shy Guy characters. He did multiple Shy Guy characters. He's like, I was trying a bunch of stuff, and I made one of them very, very German, and he does this very funny, great German accent. But he's like, the rest of them are just kind of like these normal Shy Guys, and they talk through a mask, sort of like they sound like stormtroopers, and the directors loved it, but that whole scene got cut out. And it's like, yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of that,
Sure.
So I think that this movie got to a place where like Nintendo and Illumination were like, okay, we can agree on this and we're fine with it. But I don't think anyone was super happy with the state of it in terms of like its storytelling chops. But I think they knew at a certain point it wouldn't affect things too much. And what we got was fine.
There's like kind of like a sense of like, why is this here? Because fuck you, that's why. I mean, why is there a giant magic pipe to other worlds underneath Brooklyn? Fuck you, that's why. Why
exactly.
do things just magically float in the, and honestly, yeah. That's fine. I don't care.
Yes.
I don't need it explained.
I do think that they were like they put themselves in a weird position by making Peach like so incredible at everything. It's like why do we need Mario? Like, why is Mario here?
Right.
You're kind of just making things more difficult by putting Mario in charge of doing anything.
What do people call them? Not Mary Sue, because that's so loaded, but like the boss, like
girl boss.
Yeah, the bit of the girl boss thing is maybe a little much there. Like, yeah, it's she's so competent. It's like, why are there other characters in this movie? Right? She's got this figured out. And now granted, that's way better than like video game Peach being kind of like
being
worthless unless she's a playable
Sunshine
character.
Or being just a damsel in distress. They just did that to Luigi instead, and that was a great choice. That was a smart move. But also, like, then that makes the whole movie about, like, oh, the Mario and Luigi brothers have this strong connection. I didn't feel that in the movie at all.
No, there's some nice scenes. And every time they did do it, I liked it. And to be clear, the best part of the movie is, like, the Mario family dinner. That's incredible.
Yeah, the best part is the song. It is Peaches. But then the second best is the family.
Yeah. I actually thought all the voices were really good.
Okay, get it out. Just say it.
I don't want to make a thing, Jeff. I think Chris Pratt did a straight up good job. I think it was.
He must have done a good job because I didn't think about it once throughout the movie.
There you go.
I think he did a good job. I think he mostly blended in and didn't get in the way. But it like even that, it's like that is actually pretty good because it's like it means I didn't hear any Chris Pratt in there really. I really didn't at a certain point.
No, that's what I guess did surprise me about it.
Yeah, because in the trailers there was. I mean, they definitely worked on this through probably very recently. And it's like, so I definitely heard a lot of just Chris Pratt being Chris Pratt in the trailers. They got it right eventually, and here it is. And that was fine. Now, Jack Black is transcendent. And
Jack Black was amazing.
He is amazing. He nailed it. It was so much fun. Everything he does is a really good time. I think Charlie Day does a really good job capturing.
He does a good job.
Howard, Luigi, and all his anxieties. So there's like actual legit great performances in this movie. And then Chris Pratt does a good job. Absolutely.
You know which one threw me off? And I don't know, maybe I was just in my head about what I thought this character would sound like, and what he sounded like was Cranky Kong. I don't know why.
Wait, what about Cranky Kong? I'm sorry.
That one threw me off.
Oh,
I wasn't,
because he sounded like Larry David.
Yeah, I guess which is maybe a choice that makes sense. I guess it's not.
Yeah, I was like, this is Fred Armisen. I remember that because I remember the when they announced all that, and I'm like, but they just straight up sounds like exactly like Larry David. So. Yeah, I was fine with it because I thought that was pretty funny.
But yeah, I thought that movie was a lot of fun. Like I definitely was never bored. I definitely never had a bad time. Except like maybe at one point it's like, well, maybe it could have been something more. But I'm gonna see it again for my niece's birthdays, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again.
I was pretty tired, so I was like, at certain points I was like struggling to stay awake because it was a long day. But that was not because of the movie. I was just like worn out.
Because I have like some brothers I have one brother that will fall asleep during movies. I couldn't. I just can't fall asleep with that much stimulation going on around me.
Yeah,
I also don't have kids. So
you're not an old dad. So yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I think I came out thinking like, okay, I probably don't need to see it again. And now that I'm thinking about taking my kids to see it, I'm like, I'm kind of excited to see it again. So there we are. And then that'll probably be it for a while. I'll get it for the kids and we'll have it at home. But I probably don't need to watch this movie over and over or anything like that.
Okay. Now here's like a spoiler about the post-credit scene. So really don't listen if you don't want to.
Yep.
But Jeff, what did I tell you when that first time you asked me what the post-credit scene was going to be?
Yep, it was almost exactly what it was.
It's exactly what I said.
Yes.
I only ever backed down from it because they showed those other Yoshis in the one trailer.
Right.
I was exactly right that first time.
Right. And yes, I mean, can we just say it? I mean, again, spoilers.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, just skip ahead 30, 60 seconds, whatever. Just hit the button twice. Yeah, so like it goes down below New York City and there's a Yoshi egg just sitting in the sewer. And it's like, okay, cool. So we're going to do Yoshi's Island stuff, basically. Probably Super Mario World Yoshi's Island stuff, I would imagine. And that's a green Yoshi egg. It's going to be a green Yoshi. That's just going to be proper Yoshi. Yeah, I think that's great.
Cracked like I said it would right before the camera cut.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm surprised. It was like so right. And it's like they had Yoshis in the movie for one shot, basically. Just they kind of like panned across and there was just a ton of Yoshis over there. And that was like when they were going through the pipes, right? So that was like,
that's when they were just walking to Donkey Kong World, which apparently
you can
do.
Okay.
Yeah, they had like a travel montage for a second.
Man, okay. Yeah. So that's fun. I think this movie might get a sequel.
Yeah, I think it just might.
Yeah.
That is. I mean, they are probably working on it right now. I think that team didn't skip a beat. I don't think this team was like, well, this team's got to work on Sing 3 or Secret Life of Pets 3. No.
Yes.
This team is just making more Mario right away. But I mean, and we saw in the opening, there's like a whole Nintendo Productions kind of like intro sequence,
which
is
is
like what
beautiful.
Marvel has.
Yes.
Right. Or even Sony has had it in some things now. It was really cool. But I think that signals like, yeah, there's going to be more of these, even maybe outside of Mario. Now, Miyamoto did talk with a Game Informer interview, and he said there's probably nothing to announce in the near future, which I think is probably right. There probably was going to be a little bit of a wait and see, which is already answered. But, it is this whole thing. That Illumination style, Jeff, that works for Mario. It can work for a few other properties. I don't think Illumination could make the Zelda movie or
it's not a good
Metroid
fit.
Movie or even like the F-Zero movie.
No. Yeah. I mean, but they got a lot to work with between Mario, Donkey Kong, a Luigi's Mansion game, as a lot of people are saying in chat and elsewhere. I think, or movie, excuse me. I think that'd be fantastic. They can do a lot, and even if it's just a handful of Mario sequels first up, like do a bunch of those, and I expect to see it in the next couple of years. Next few years, probably 3 to 4 years from now, we'll get the sequel. And it should be just as huge because I mean, no one's coming out of this being like, okay, now I'm satiated. Everyone's like, that was great, and people are talking about what's next. They can't wait to see what Nintendo's going to do in movies next.
Yeah, and it'll be fun to see. But Jeff, here's my really important question for you. We see Mario and Luigi. They're young Italian Americans like myself. Sure. They have glorious mustaches. They must have a lot of hair, and I worry if they are keeping up with things in the lower plumbing.
Well, I don't know if the music's playing. I think it might be. Well, you know what? I got good news for them.
Man, I really laid that transition for you, Jeff.
You really did. You did the hard work.
Hit a home run now. I gave you the softest pitch I possibly could. That's got to go over the bleachers.
There it is. Well done. And you know what? I got good news for the Mario Brothers and their very hairy bodies. Manscaped now has beard products and is going even further with their brand new Weed Whacker 2.0. Go ahead and tell the Mario world the leaders of the below the waist grooming are traveling north of your South Pole with their revolutionary grooming products. The new Weed Whacker 2.0 and their new beard line confirms they have all the best tools for your hygiene toolbox. Time for you to upgrade your game by going to manscaped.com and using code MESS. That's MESS for 20% off plus free shipping worldwide. Now, Mike, I mean, listen, have you used the Weed Whacker yet? Because I know this is important to you, getting in those ear holes, those no holes, and
oh yeah, it's been a big help because I do have little hairs that pop up in those places, and it took care of them. It took care of them for a good while too, which felt good because those get tickly, and they get annoying, and they become unsightly. They're a problem. Yeah, you got to take care of it. You really do. And then that's good news. It's like once you do, it's like okay, you're kind of free for a little bit, and when you're in there, you really want to be careful, and that's what the Weed Whacker 2.0 is really good at, is making sure you can do that while minimizing those nicks, scrapes, and cuts. I don't think I could cut my thing with that. I don't think I could cut my nose or ear with that thing if I tried. Yes, it makes it very, very difficult because it's got all those safety features. That's not a challenge for anybody, but well, we'll see what we can do. Gentlemen, show me your blood. You should also meet the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. It is the ultimate package that makes it easier than ever to craft your signature look. It all starts with the cordless electric Beard Hedger. The Beard Hedger is tough on hair but smooth on your face, leading to single stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. This waterproof cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard. I love that wheel. I do too. I adore that. It makes it so easy. They swear during their ads. I freaking love that wheel. I fucking love it. We're swearing now. They just got to deal with it. So no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. The Pro Kit also comes with 4 dermatologist-tested formulations for your post-trim care. This includes Manscaped's beard shampoo and conditioner, beard oil, and beard balm to moisturize, style, and shimmer your new beard. Plus, the kit has 3 gifts: a beard brush, comb, and scissors, which I use all those things, and they're very well made. They're very high quality. With a nice brush, your face is perfectly groomed, right? Wrong! You need to keep an eye out for those tough to trim ear and nose hairs. Idiots. That's where the Weed Whacker 2.0 comes in and offers improved blades and skin-safe technology with a no-tugging guarantee.
They guarantee a lack of tugs, which, you know, for some people, that's how they want it. It's never been so painless to mind your manholes. Now that you have your face looking great, you must try Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0, the full body grooming experience. The Performance Package 4.0 now comes with the Weed Whacker 2.0 and all of the other below the waist grooming products Manscaped is known for. Your significant other will be delighted to see you covering all the bases, if you know what I mean. All right, so
These are balls and dick.
Your balls and dick can get 20% off and free shipping with our code MESS at manscaped.com. That's an exclusive code to us. It gets you 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. So use our code MESS and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
All right, Jeff, we're going to take a little break here. I'm going to visit the little boy's room, admire my Manscaped products, and there do nothing else.
That sounds good.
Back.
Yes. Yeah, no tugging guarantee. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
I will.
Do what you got to do.
Right back. Come on, Penny.
Rachel, we'll get a sponsor that's specifically for lady trimming, for taking care of ladies' Under Armour areas. Did I use Manscaped on my trip? I did. I used the beard trimmer, and I used the ball deodorant. Was the crop preserver. That was it helped me out. Kept me smelling good all day long.
Need to impress everyone with your good smelling balls.
Exactly.
You don't want to be smelling like balls around Mario. That's just
exactly.
not cool.
I was walking through Super Nintendo World, and there was Mario and Luigi on the right, Princess Peach on the left, and I wanted them to like just take a big
That's
whiff.
just royalty.
Yes,
you
exactly.
Yes,
and be like, this man's balls smell fantastic. That's what I needed to hear.
Incredible.
This man's what is it? Tingle popos, popo tingles, or whatever.
Tinkle popo.
What the fuck that
His
was?
tingle
Yes.
popos smell fantastic.
Tinkle like pee pee.
It is tinkle. It's not tingle.
It's tinkle. Yeah, not tingle like the green guy. No,
Okay.
tinkle like pee pee.
Man, jeez.
That's
As we learned from Mike's just incredible article on the subject.
yeah.
Yep. All right. So when we get back, what do we have on this episode? We're doing the Wolf's Metacritic check-in, right?
Yeah. Did you want to do that first or at the end?
Leave me alone.
We'll probably. Well, let's ask Mike because I'm not sure if he always wants to read super chats. We got a handful of super chats, so maybe he'll want to read those first, and then we can do it right after that.
This is a questions episode.
Okay, so we should let's do the Metacritic thing first. I think.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. So
don't worry, Wolf. You got me a good presentation here.
What are the games for the upcoming one? Because I was allowed to know, right?
I mean, if I'm not here, if Mike's not here for me to tell him, I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, I mean, he just sent it to us, right? So Mike could have been looking this entire time. I was traveling. I was busy.
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm trying to find. Oh, here it is. Okay, all right. Okay, I got it. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So when we come back, we have a lot of super chats. We should probably read what we have.
That's what we said. All right.
Thank you, everybody, and then we can maybe do the bop or not bop, the
wolf
thing.
Okay,
and then we will do.
All right, cool.
That's exactly what we said. All right, cool.
Yep.
Wow, we're
simpatico.
Everything's working.
Everyone watching, please hit the thumbs up button. Thank you.
Fucking brain synchronize.
Yeah.
Absence makes
That's what happens when you spend
fonder.
too much time
Absolutely.
with people.
Yeah, Rachel's like, I was at a weed convention this weekend. Then she's like, oh shit, Mike's back. Yeah, you gotta be careful saying that around me. I never say anything embarrassing in front of you like that Manscaped ad.
Okay.
Or anything else.
I'm ready, Mike, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, bring us back in whenever you're good.
And we are back. Jeff, we've got quite a few super chats. Thank you so much, everybody. Why don't we read through those right now?
Yeah, let's do it. I have them right in front of me. I swear I knew to do this, so I'm just going to click here, and there we go.
Okay, Mike, I'm ready. Let's go. I was even going to ask if you had him open. Well, he said he's ready. What else would it mean?
Big Jimbo Ryan says, Jeff.
Oh, no.
Jeff, they were talking about Sonic, saying mean things about me, and talking about how you were a fan of Chris as Mario from the beginning. Okay. Do I need to listen to last week's episode? It sounds like I might need to listen to last week's episode.
You should, you should. I listen when I'm not on.
I had a busy week. I've not had a time.
Busy week, and I was sick on the airplane. I couldn't listen then.
All right, I'm gonna have to listen. I'm gonna have to see what you've done. I am aware that there were many things said about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, the Game As Decides was like a 2.5 hour episode because we spent a very long time ranking all the Sonic games. It was a lot
That's
of fun.
me and Mike's magnum opus right there. We won't
right.
peak higher than that.
Oh, Jesus
Yes.
Christ. All right, then Big Joe Marion says the PS Vita is a critical piece of tech. It doesn't matter that it's streaming only. Okay.
Yeah, you see this? You saw these rumors about some kind of new Sony.
Yeah, right. Because I remember
thingy.
like last week, right before I left for Super Nintendo World, or as I was leaving for it, people were like, "There's going to be a new Vita. They're making a new Vita PlayStation," and I'm like, "Guys, the only thing I've ever heard about is this cloud streaming thing." And people have like explained to me like a remote streaming thing, but I'm like, it's got to be cloud streaming too. And then it comes out, it's like it's just remote stream. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's all I've ever heard is that it's like a remote thing. So it's like a bad Wii U. It's really weird. But I mean, I guess you can take it outside the house.
Stupid.
I guess you can take it outside the house. So that's better than Wii U. But I don't know. Because PlayStation controls are so specific and weird, I've never like loved the idea of using other controllers when I'm streaming PlayStation games to a remote computer or something. So having something built by them, if the price is right, which it won't be.
Nope.
It won't be. So never mind. All right, Daniel Park, donating to make Jeff go away again. Really, though, welcome back.
Thank you.
Hope Mike doesn't ruin this night for
do we need
you.
to raise for you to go away for another week?
Let's if we get to $750. I think that's a nice big number. So good luck, everybody. Excuse me, Rigo Romero. Hey, dogs. I've never been to Universal Hollywood. Do you have any tips? I.e., I thought I opened the wrong tab seeing Jeff with 2 other guys in a bed. Lol. Okay, so any tips for Universal Hollywood, Mike?
Well, you've been recently. I will say, I think Jeff was very right to make sure he did whatever the newest, most popular thing is. As soon as you get there, which should be when the park opens.
Yes, and that's
you
what we
get
did.
on at least one ride without having to worry about a line too much if you get there at opening. And that should be like right now the Mario Kart ride. Now there's a special pass that costs more than the normal one that does just like let you get into shorter lines, and it is going to be more expensive. It'll probably be worth it. So if you can, I would spring for that. Otherwise, though, there's not like a zillion things to do. There's just go around and do, pretty much anything that looks fun to you. I will say that, like the Harry Potter rides, it is good. The tram tour I do think is a lot of fun. Then that Waterworld stunt show, like
really good.
Don't not do that because you think it's funny or stupid that there's a Waterworld stunt show. You should think to yourself, why is the Waterworld stunt show still here?
Yes.
That seems weird, and there's a reason for it. It's because it rules.
And the performances are actually great. Like the guys that are up there, like really acting. It's a really good time. And then yes, we did our Mario spoiler review as much as you could spoil that thing on Jan's hotel bed. So that's up there on giantbomb.com right now.
You see what I was always saying about that park kind of being like awkward, where like half of it is like on one part of a mountain, the other half's on another part. You have to take like this long escalator system between the two halves.
Right,
it's
that's
like
the first thing we did. Super Nintendo World is down the escalators, so that's the first thing we did is go down those escalators, and it's like 3 sets of escalators, and it's like really. Yeah, it's really strange. But I mean, whatever. We did Super Nintendo World, and then we did all of the stuff down there, and then we went up the escalators and then did all the stuff up there at the top, which is like Simpsons and things like that.
That Simpsons ride's fun. I will say, if you're going, here's another tip. A lot of things in Universal have like screen elements. They're either simulators or simulator adjacent. So take some Dramamine or some ginger pills or something to help you with nausea.
Yeah, Dan said he never gets sick on roller coasters. He got pretty upset by the Transformers ride.
Transformers ride does it. The Simpsons ride gets me, actually.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people get hit by the Simpsons ride. We were fine on that, but a lot of other people said that they were having issues with that. So yeah.
That I like that Transformers ride. It took up a spot that used to be this really fun/stupid backdraft attraction. Remember backdraft?
Yeah, I do remember backdraft. And man, I would love that. That's kind of theme park I want. One that wants to have like backdraft and Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven and things like that, like dad movies.
People don't know. Backdraft was a like an early-ish mid-90s movie.
It's like a 1990 movie, yeah.
Yeah, and
Kurt Russell.
One of the Baldwins,
one of the non-Alec Baldwins.
Yeah, it's directed by this is stupid. The guy who directed Solo in Apollo 13, that guy.
Ron Howard, yeah.
Yeah, Ron Howard. This attraction was great because you literally just walked into a room, you're behind a guardrail. It's like an office. And then they just set it on fire for like 5 minutes. And the fire just gets bigger, and then it ends. They're like, all right, get out of here.
Rules, actually.
I loved it.
Oh,
man. It was incredible.
Okay. Maybe in the future we can bring it back.
There you go.
Canoodle, I just want to welcome Jeff in the club of Nintendo Land visitors. Yeah. I saw Knuble went to the one in
Yeah.
Japan, so congratulations.
Oh wow.
We're in a very exclusive club right now that doesn't include any Mikeys. That's
What?
pretty
I feel
nice.
like a lot of people I know have been going to Japan randomly.
Well, they opened.
for
Well,
different reasons.
I think the reason is they opened up travel again,
Oh, well,
and
there you
everyone's
go.
like, we had all our trips planned before the pandemic, and now we basically like are just gonna like pick up where we left off. So yeah, I think a lot of people just kind
There
of
you
did
go.
that. ID Kibben says release the Tokoto takedown of Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah, did you guys ever record one for Metal Gear Solid 2?
Oh, so I talked about So You're Gone. Like
I've
Jeff, I think
seen the Metal Gear Solid one before.
Yeah, no, I only ever did a Metal Gear Solid 2 like
Or maybe it
in
was
depth.
okay.
That's what it was. I did Metal Gear Solid 2 like long.
You did
video
a
essay.
whatchamacallit, the what's his name?
I was doing a Plinkett.
You were doing a Plinkett
thing
yes.
because I just saw his reviews were big and I was young and I was like, I'm going to do my own. It's embarrassing now because like Metal Gear Solid 2 is good and I realize that now because all the stuff that it was talking about that seemed stupid then ended up being true. So it's something like that, yeah. But yeah, hopefully nobody ever finds that.
All right, so let's see. From Rogers OG, now we need to have Jeff review Galaxy's Edge. I will say that we talked to someone who Disney sent out to go to that Starship Hotel. What is it called?
Yeah, the Halcyon.
Yes. So someone got like the whole treatment by Disney to go out to there, and then we got their contact, and we asked, "Hey, can Giant Bomb come out to do the Star Wars hotel thing?" And they're like, "No." They just said so, but they're like, maybe if we have something in the future.
They either better say no or if yes, that one you're not allowed to do without me.
I'm like, man, I would totally crush that thing. I do need to get the Galaxy's Edge. I'm probably not going to wait for Hollywood or for Orlando Super Nintendo World to open to take the kids to Disney World. So
sure.
We're just going to go here pretty soon. I think, because especially now that Stephanie's got a job, we're going to probably get out there.
Galaxy's Edge rules. And I haven't done Nintendo World yet. I don't think anybody would say that Galaxy's Edge is too small or feels cramped.
Yeah.
It is very nicely spread out. There's a lot of stuff to do. I like both of the rides. I like that Millennium Falcon ride, but the Rise of the Resistance ride is probably the best theme park ride in the world right now. It's incredible.
Yeah, I can't wait. From Kaylin Mulkey, thoughts on Persona 3 Remake leaked video. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, when I saw that, and you always want to be skeptical with these things. There's a million reasons why they can be fake. So for people who don't know, there's kind of this like leaked video package. It starts with a Persona 3 remake. It shows Yukari, the one with the bow and arrow, like attacking people, and it certainly looks more like Persona 5 style than anything Persona 3 ever looked like. Then it shows some Sonic Frontier stuff, and then then it showed some what I presume is clips from the new Jet Set Radio. It's like, man, yeah, I mean, I know that this could easily be somebody combining two well-populated rumors, but we talked before about why Persona 3 remake makes all the sense in the world. I was just watching a video. Gosh, I wish I could remember the channel, but he does like comparisons of different versions of games. He's just talking about all the differences between Persona 3, FES, and Portable. And it really is this like weird hodgepodge of like, oh, this is better here, but this is mostly better there. And there's not an ideal version of that game. Remaking it makes a ton of sense. And then, when you do that, then you could go and remake 4 also, even though it doesn't maybe need it quite as bad. That would still do.
Yeah, but what about 1 and 2?
Well.
Do they ever do anything like that with those?
I could see them just not. They're just like people just, it doesn't have that.
Yeah, but I think if they, I don't know.
They remake
just say it, Mike. No one cares. For the love of God,
no one
cares.
No one cares until you give them a reason to care. Is the whole thing? Like,
I guess
the base isn't good. The base isn't good.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are very different from 3 in so many ways. They the systems, the combat, even like the story stuff, they're so much closer to being more like a regular SMT game, I guess. I don't know. Like, hey, if you remake it enough, and I know there are a lot of people who do like that. A lot of people who like the Persona 2 is weird, by the way, because it's 2 games. It's a duology. There's a lot of weirdness there. They could do it. They could make something interesting of that. I think they would definitely do 4 first.
The Axiom says the sequel, maybe they use Smash Mouth's All-Star for Mario All-Star, another Shrek take. I wish John Cena was DK personally. Seth was flat.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little, I guess. He sir is just being.
He was the most
Seth Rollins.
just sounding like himself.
Yes,
Not Seth Rollins,
he was.
Seth Rogen.
Yes, I know. I always forget. Yeah, and I was like, all right, that's fine. I mean, Seth Rogen does a lot of animated cartoon characters, so much so that in that Chip and Dale movie, there was a joke about it.
Yep.
So it's like even beyond the fact that's just Seth Rogen. It's like, here's this asshole
Yeah,
again, you know?
exactly. Yes,
And
totally.
it works fine. Like with what they're doing with Donkey Kong in this. I like Donkey Kong still. I do kind
Me
of like
too.
that characterization. But yeah, it is definitely the most just like, here's Seth Rogen.
Let's see. Huey F. Newton plot for Super Mario Brothers 2. Yoshi is loose in Brooklyn, and Wario and Waluigi capture him to sell to the zoo, with Mario Brothers trying to get him back home to Yoshi's Island. I love it. Let's see it.
Now here's my actual question: like, how are they going to do Wario and Waluigi? Like, are they going to like try to make them from some kind of like negative universe? Are they actually just gonna be also from Brooklyn? And it's like just weird that they look like them and have the same names. Are they gonna be in the family? Because we have a family now. Are they gonna be like second cousins?
Well, the family one is actually pretty good. I like that. But I think it's probably they become successful plumbers, just like they wanted to be, and now everyone knows them, and they're a rival, gang that gets hired up by what's his name? Spike from their old boss or whatever, and he hires them to like, hey, no, I got brothers too, or whatever, and it's Wario and Waluigi. I think it's something along those lines.
Like the Muppets.
The Muppets. Yes, exactly. Yes, the Muppets. Yes, that's exactly
all
right.
I get it. It's just like the Muppets.
Man, just like the Muppets. L. Grug, what's this about Jeff saying Bray Wyatt is better than Shawn Michaels again? I did not say that.
No, this is Seth Rollins. Yeah, you did. You psychopath.
Well, okay,
Seth
Dan
Rollins.
said it, and I was just like, yeah,
Dan
sure.
did say it.
There was
you agreed.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds fine. I mean,
wish,
because he's like, Sean would say it too, and he's like, talk to Sean. So it's like, all right, maybe you would know.
Well, Dan doesn't like Sean because I think he's had to interact with him like personally. I just get to watch Shawn Michaels.
Weird that would make you not like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. I wish I was there because all three of you were being all kumbaya, like, oh, it's okay that
we all individually decided that we liked the ending, and
no, it was a terrible ending.
I guess I'm pretty happy with it.
Happy with it. God damn it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I wish I was there to scream at everybody.
Yeah,
people would like that.
Vince is back, though. Although he hasn't been in the last couple of shows.
Apparently he's maybe not. I don't know what's going on.
Well, no one does.
Okay, great. So now we get Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Cool. I can't see I don't see any world where that title change happens and it is near as good as it would have been if it happened then at WrestleMania. That's all I'm saying. I can't imagine it being the case, but whatever, we'll see.
Gruntilda's Bazoongas. Oh wait, yes, Gruntilda's Bazoongas. Grubb, please don't leave me again, or we'll get something truly awful like a Kingdom Hearts ranking. Puke face, puke face, puke face, puke face, puke face. Yeah, that's fair. I'll try not to let that happen here. I'll write into the bylaws.
1 and 2 would be so obvious. And it's like, then what? Yeah.
Oh my god. B. Traven, great performance by Mike on Turbo Sean's stream today. Excellent squirting.
Yeah, Turbo Sean is doing a Pokemon run. He's trying to capture every live. He's just here. Explain it, Sean. What are you doing?
It's the Living Dex quest. I'm going through every generation of Pokemon, completing the gaps in my national Pokedex as I go. And I have a variety of incentives and rewards that people can turn in like channel points for. And someone turned in channel points to name my Squirtle Mike, because everyone knows how much Mike loves squirting, apparently.
Yeah, I was kind of like watching the stream. Then I was like, I had it lowered because I keep playing Resident Evil 4 even after beating it. I said I wasn't gonna do professional mode, and now I'm deep in a professional mode run.
Yeah.
But then I like looked over and I saw the Squirtle was just named Mike, and I was like, what? Oh, okay.
There you go. That does it for the super chats. Why don't we get to this game, Mike?
If you guys want to send more super chats, we will read them before the end of the show. Thank you all so much. Yes, let's do this game, Sean.
Excellent.
Oh my God. Okay, I can see these pictures of us that were chosen.
Yeah, good choices there, Wolf.
Okay. So this is the Metacritic guessing game that Jeff and I do that has been put together for us by the Uncharted Wolf. It's been a lot of fun.
Let me get this set up. Let's take a quick break while I get it set up.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
Mike, did you seriously refer to Ron Howard as the dude who directed Solo?
Well, it was the first thing in my mind, and then it was like funny.
Not Opie or Richie Cunningham.
I did say
thought about
and Apollo 13. I did say and Apollo.
But then I thought about it, I was like, oh my God, am I the boomer? Like, is that what he's known for, is directing Solo?
No.
Nowadays with the kids, I'm wondering, like, who the hell knows who Opie is anymore?
Yeah, well, yeah, Opie, yeah. What, yeah, the dude narrated Arrested Development. What does he do? Does he direct anything recently, or did
he did? Did he do one of those racing movies? Wasn't that him? I know James Mangold did one.
Yeah, he didn't do.
He did Rush, I think.
Oh, he did Rush. Let's see. As an actor, no. No, Rush is 2013. It was that long ago now?
Jesus, really?
Yeah. Okay. His last one was
Ron Howard was the Jim
13.
Carrey Grinch, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Huh.
'Cause at one point, the Grinch dresses up like Ron Howard in it. Because he has to be a director, so he just looks like Ron Howard.
Oh, I haven't seen that that was for some reason my teachers were obsessed with that when I was in like middle school or something. They would just always put that on around Christmas time. Like, why do people love this movie so much?
That is a weird man. That's so funny that his first. You know what the name of his first movie was in 1977? Ron Howard. Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's his directorial debut.
It's his calling.
It was starring him too. It's a road action comedy film, so a little different. Oh, he did Splash. Oh shit. So that's probably one of his first big hits. I don't know if Night Shift was a hit. Oh, he did Cocoon. Man, he's done a lot of movies. Backdraft there is 1991. Oh, he did Far and Away. Yeah. Oh, he did A Beautiful Mind. Shit. Did he
Look at all these significantly better received movies.
He was nominated for. Yeah, look at that. He won an Oscar for Best Director for directing A Beautiful Mind.
There you go.
Then, yeah.
Okay.
Now
we're good.
Now he's the guy who did Solo. All right, I'm gonna bring us back in. And we are back. Game Mess Metacritic game is continuing here. Thank you so much for Uncharted Wolf. Apparently executive produced by Benji Bob. I don't know how I feel about these pictures they chose for us. But if you're not watching, if you're listening, there's me very freshly shaven, and there's Jeff very freshly haircut. Man, you've had a lot of hair grow back already, Jeff.
Yep, my hair grows fast. I try to tell everybody.
That's good. There you go. I like where it is right now. It's still like wavy and fun, but it's not quite.
Yeah, that sounds good. You should keep it around.
Yeah, I know. I will see. All my kids, my Emmy definitely has switched to. I like your hair now.
There you go.
After she was the one that cried. She's the one that legit cried.
So. Well, something's different and weird. Anyways, I think we're gonna get the results of the first quarter of the year Metacritic predictions, which was a lot of fun. Let's see how that went.
Yep, we're gonna do the prediction or the results from quarter one predictions, and then we'll get predictions going for a quarter.
Thanks for doing this, Wolf.
Shout out to Wolf for this. So first up, here's the rules, but Mike basically explained them all already. It's you just want to get closest to the final score.
Cool.
It's not Price is Right. It's golf.
And
yeah,
no, but it's not golf because it's like you just get a point. You get a point whoever's right?
Oh, I just mean in terms of being closest to the pin.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, game number one was Fire Emblem Engage. Jeff predicted 80. Mike predicted 83. So Grubb wins. Grubb gets 2 points.
That's right. Eat shit.
I feel like I thought I was winning that one at first, and I think it trended downwards a little bit. Huh.
I played the long game.
I remember. Yeah, well,
if I didn't say it, it was 80 exactly on Metacritic. So Jeff got exactly correct, hence the 2 points.
That's right.
That's very nice. I said we have a community winner here too, because Randy had a perfect 80 prediction as well, and people have been playing along.
Me and Randy go way back. Good job, Randy.
Yeah, we'll let you know how you can get involved with quarter two at the end of all this as well. Game number two was Forspoken.
Oh, God damn it.
Came in at 64.
God damn it.
Wow.
Jeff predicted 79. I don't know why.
Last time I ever have faith in Square Enix. You just wait till I have to give Final Fantasy 16 a score.
Can we be clear that this is a more impressive one to get exactly
No.
right?
Yes, for the audio listeners,
No, it's
Mike
not.
got 64. He nailed it. Mike gets 2 points, tying it up. And guess what? Community
It's a lucky
winner,
guess.
Bench, also predicted 64. So
job,
shouts to
Bench.
Bench for getting
Bitch,
it.
that's very impressive. Fuck you, Mike.
Shut the hell up.
Game number 3 was Dead Space Remake. Jeff predicted 84. Mike
God
predicted
damn it.
89. And Mike got it exactly correct at 89.
All right, let's move
Mike
on.
gets 2 more points. Shouts to Super Harmon and Shoji Kodo, who also predicted 89.
You guys
and
remember when I
correct.
got Fire Emblem Engage exactly right? That was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
no, that was ancient history. No one cares
Yeah,
anymore.
ages ago. No one cares.
That's impressive that so far, all 3 of these, one of us have gotten it
Yeah,
exactly
that's actually
right.
pretty wild.
Game number 4 was Hogwarts Legacy. Jeff took the under at 80. Mike took a bit of an over with 83. And it turns out it was higher than both of those at 84. Therefore, Mike wins, getting 1
Pretty
point.
close.
Putting
We
him
should,
up 5-2 over Jeff.
Jeff, if we ever, this whole thing ever falls apart, we could just do that thing where people do
consultants.
spec reviews.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
what the
yeah.
hell?
All right.
I mean, you could. I don't know about Jeff.
Hey, it's not over yet.
Shouts to Teach QC, who got the 83 on that alongside Mike. Game number 5, Wild Hearts. Jeff predicted 78. Mike went slightly lower at 77, and it came out at 78. So
Yeah.
Jeff gets another
Very
correct
impressive,
prediction.
Jeff. Thank you,
2
Jeff.
more points. Doctor.
Doctor.
Putting Mike at 5-4. Jeff closing the gap there.
Wait, why is it so easy to predict what scores these games are going to get without playing them? It's almost concerning. It's
Gee,
almost
I don't
kinda
know.
weird.
People who have been in the press for like a decade.
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, this one kind of feels like a 78, if you know what I mean.
Shouts to
Get our secret
Alex
Discord.
and Shoji Kodo, who also predicted 78, getting it exactly right. Game number 6 was Atomic Heart. Jeff predicted a 78. Mike predicted an 81. And you were both quite a bit off because it came in
Yeah.
at 70.
That
since
doesn't matter.
Jeff
Who's
went with the
closer?
low. So
Finally.
Jeff went with the low prediction. He gets 1 point, tying it up 5-5 between the two of
I
them.
could have sworn I was smoking him back when this was all happening live.
Yeah,
and
me
now
too.
It's like, what the hell?
Ancient history, Mike. No one cares
Ancient
about.
history. No one cares.
Community winner is Super Harmon on that one, who actually did get the perfect prediction of 70.
I wish I knew why I went so high with this.
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Nick got in your head because Nick was really hyping this one.
No.
But I think
damn it,
I think you did not know what this game was. I think even after it came out, like for a while after it
No,
came out.
that's true. Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, you're like,
didn't
what
know.
the Atomic Heart?
I'm like,
I
it's
think
like the Russian sort of Bioshock one. You're like, no,
I
that's
think,
not
yeah,
right.
Did you say that on the
That's not right.
Bombcast when you're on there too? You were like, wait, what's that game? And everyone was like, Mike, how do you still not know this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still didn't know. No, I had no idea.
All right, game number 7 was Horizon Call of the Mountain,
Shit.
the VR game. So this is an interesting one to pick. Jeff predicted an 87. Mike went slightly lower at 86, and you had to go a lot lower to get that 79. That
I don't think
is
it should count if you're
sitting
that far
on
away.
Metacritic.
Shut up.
Too far from the pin, yeah. Mike gets the point there. Shout outs to Moon and Canoodle, who guessed 78, and then Navi, Alex, and Snufkin, and Matt Raremonkey all guessed 80. So they were on either side of that. No
one got it
correct
exactly
winner
right,
there.
huh?
I should have
No.
just predicted it's going to be the highest rated PlayStation VR 2 exclusive.
Yeah, that would have been real difficult, huh?
Yeah.
The 3 games that are on there. Game number 8, Octopath Traveler 2, a game that did well for me over in the Fantasy Critic Draft. Jeff predicted 82. Mike predicted 86. I don't know if he was a little salty there. No, because he did these predictions at the same time. You thought Forspoken would do well, and this one would be like, I don't know about the Octopath Traveler 2. It's going to
But he
trend
did put
down.
it higher than Forspoken. And
I know, but like lower than the original Octopath. Anyways, Mike wins with 1 point. He came in at 85.
I don't
so
think I
he
had
was-
time to look up with the original Octopath Traveler. That's why I asked for it early.
I'm
this
probably
time.
talking about my ass here. It probably got like high 70s, but either way, it's like
Yeah, fair enough.
So Mike is leading Jeff 7-5. Moon got perfect in the community with an 85. Very nice. He's typing away. I know he's looking it up right now. Just prove me wrong.
I'm actually looking up the ones for the next one so I could start getting, or like
Now-
equivalents, so I can start getting some ideas of what I'm going to pick for the
All right,
next
Well,
round.
I'm going in
Right,
blind,
this
Jeff.
guy.
Come on.
You don't have to go in
man's
blind. You
out
literally do
here.
not have to.
Yes, we do. Oh,
No, we
come on.
don't.
You stop right now.
He gave it to us
Sean.
early. He literally said that. Ask Wolf.
Okay.
You know, I Sean, you do whatever. I mean, Jeff, you do whatever you have to do to feel like you have a chance.
I hate him so
Gentlemen, gentlemen. Order in my court, banging the gavel here.
All right, Wolf says he can look it up. That's fine.
Yes, there's a whole thing.
What I will say is that Mike's level of incompetence is what you need to strive for here. So if he didn't look at it, I'm
right.
just
He didn't
saying,
even know what Atomic Heart was. Did he get that one right? Was that which one was that? Was that me?
I think you won that.
I think
one.
I won that one. Never mind. Okay, never mind.
That did hurt me
Yeah,
not knowing
okay,
what
fair
that
enough.
was. Yes.
Anyways, game number 9 was Wo Long. Repeat after me. Wo Long. Not Wo Long.
Wo Long.
Wo Long.
Wo Long.
White bastard.
Wo Long.
Wo
I
Long.
think there's a song about a turtle and a panda in World of Warcraft called Wo Long. That's why I got confused.
I'm not sure we can say that. Jeff predicted 82 on this one. Mike predicted 75. Jeff was just shy of getting it right. It was 81.
Yeah, I went low.
Jeff gets the points. Shouts to Cranjus McBasketball with a close 80. Moon, Canooble, and Matt Rare Monkey all went one higher at 82. So again, no one got correct on this one. Game number 10, Skull and Bones. Jeff predicted 78. Mike predicted 80. No one wins because it didn't come out. No points are granted. Alex was the only person to predict Ubisoft's incompetence on this one. So congratulations, Alex. You get 2 points. You got exactly correct.
Wow.
It's hard to imagine this was supposed to be a game we would have all played.
Yep.
Right now.
That's very weird.
Yeah, no. No way.
Now my question is, what happens first? Skull and Bones comes out, or Ubisoft isn't a thing anymore? That's my question.
I mean, who says they're mutually exclusive? Game 11 is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Jeff predicted 87. Mike went higher, 89. But guess what? No one wins again because that's not out either yet.
I thought it got delayed.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit.
March to April.
Community winner, nobody, because everyone thought this one would just come out. So, yeah, no points awarded there. Game number 12 is RE4 Remake. Jeff predicted 92. Mike predicted 94. Jeff is terrible with spoilers in these games. 93 is what I landed at. It is
I said, damn it. That could have been anything.
It's a tie. Mike and Jeff both get 1 point. I mean, I would give them neither personally, but, inflate their egos a little bit. Give them some points. Shouts to Snubkin, Soy, and Cranjus, who all got the perfect 93.
Good job, everybody.
Game 13, Crime Boss Rockay City. What a trash fire this game is.
Give it some more time. I don't think it's fair. This one just came out. Give it more time.
Jeff predicted, right now. You know what? Mike predicted 60. Jeff went higher at 65. It's coming in at a 51 at the time of this publication. So, yes, Mike wins by predicting it would be more of a trash fire. Gets 1 point on the board there. Community winner is Super Harmon with the closest at 55, which is still quite a few points off.
We all overestimated Boss Rockay. Why is it called that? What an awful name.
What is the end of it? Mike Minotti wins
doesn't win.
9
It's
to
just the
7
first quarter.
there.
We have the rest of the year.
Oh, I won.
Listen, he might have won
it
the
is
first
a quarterly game, sir. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's always been pitched as a quarterly game.
Nah, this is absurd.
It's just the game.
Yeah. I'm doing what my GIF is doing. There you go.
Yeah, shout out to that GIF that I don't think Wolf knows I made and uploaded to Banner forever ago. All right. Well, that is the quarter 1 results, but of course, this is a quarterly game, Jeff, which means that we need to do quarter 2 stuff after we report on the community results. Super Harmon and Alex, shout outs to you guys getting 5 points each.
Well done.
Good job.
Good job. Anywho, Q2 predictions. I'm going to actually read this to make sure the rules have not changed. You will now be given a list of 12 games that have release dates scheduled for the end of Q2, as in end of June, end of quarter calendar there. Calendar quarter there. Same rules as before regarding point scoring and which platform is used. So if you are closest, you get 1 point. If you are exactly correct, you get 2 points. Remember, you can state that a game will not release by the end of Q2, and you'll get 2 points for doing so. Mike's reward for winning is getting first pick. Afterwards, it will alternate. I mean, if anything, I feel like I feel like Jeff should get a handicap there, but who am I?
Excuse
Who
me?
might make up the rules?
Yeah, what, does Jeff need more time to look up answers or something?
Look up.
Yeah, something like that.
You guys think I have a window into the future?
Look up answers. Okay. Yeah, you got the sports almanac from Back to the Future.
I did lament the Back to the Future ride while I was at Universal. So there you go.
Oh, I do miss that ride. The Red Bull.
Me too.
All righty. Well, game number 1, gentlemen, Minecraft Legends. What do you think this one's gonna get?
We're gonna like an 82.
I'm gonna go with.
Like an A2.
I'm gonna go with 79.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, 79. But if it has if it depends on which one gets more reviews. I'm gonna go with 79.
Okay, got it. Game number 2, Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp.
Should I go first, Mike?
What the hell are you
Yeah,
Googling?
I went
I'm
first
Googling
last
what other
one.
Advance Wars have gotten.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the keyboard warrior over here.
It's part of the game. It's literally the whole idea.
I didn't help you last time.
I know I didn't do this last time. That's the point. All right.
By 1 point.
Okay. I think I lost by 2. I'm gonna go with 89. I think it's gonna do very well.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who love Advance Wars, and they are probably going to be reviewing this. But but still, I don't want to go higher than 89. So I'll say 88.
Okay. Lowballing it. Got it. Game number 3, Dead Island 2.
Oh God.
Isn't this the game where Mike asks, "What do you do in it?"
Yeah. Like I was like, what do you even do in Dead Island? I watched like somebody just released like the first game, like first 10 minutes or something. Like, you walk
It's a
around.
zombie game.
Yeah.
What do you think you do?
75.
75.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right, this
okay.
is easy then. 74.
Damn it.
Immediately assume this one's gonna be a trash fire.
Yes. Yeah. My real score is like down in the 60s somewhere, like 61, but
Yeah.
74.
Playing smart. All right, I respect it. Game number 4, The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Yeah, what are you gonna even Google?
I know. I was like trying to think of like some other like really artsy.
He's gonna go
indie
to Special
games.
Nick's Twitter and see how hype he is for it.
I'm gonna look what this game is like.
Yeah, why don't we do that? It's my turn to go first, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I don't even know where to begin. I'm gonna go with an 82.
Okay.
The
How you feeling, Mike?
Metroidvania?
Look up the first case of Benedict Fox, says Adam.
That's good. That's good.
That's good. Good job. Congrats. That's good. What did Jeff say?
82.
Yeah, that looks about right. I'll say 80. I'll say 80.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
I should be 81.
Yeah, totally.
Game number 5. Hey, look who's back. Star Wars
shit.
Jedi Survivor.
I think I said 87.
88.
Right? Okay, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I said 88 last time. You said 86, I think.
Okay.
Or 87. I forget. No, I said
I can go
89,
back
you
if
said
you
87.
want.
I think you
wanna
said
go off your own
I think
scores,
I
I
said
can go
87
back.
and you said 89. I
I
guess
think that's right. Now I'm thinking maybe I went high. Maybe I went too high. I don't know. The previews were very positive. Maybe I'll go slightly lower with 88.
I'm gonna stick with 87.
All right. Game number 6. Redfall.
Oh shit. Oh.
It's my turn to go first.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 80.
All right.
Actually, Mike, it's okay if I change mine before you go.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Jeff.
79.
Wow.
Big change.
Yeah,
Man,
I wanted to be
I
in
was the one who
70s.
was down on this game. You were the one who defended it.
I mean, have I defended it? Like,
Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm straw manning you incredibly hard
I'm
right
like-
now.
I'm like, I think that I like Prey. I think it might be like that, maybe, if we're lucky.
I don't. I bet I'm gonna think it's like a 70. I bet enough people are gonna be like, yeah, it's, and then it'll be like an 81.
I think it's a good score.
Mike's going in. Okay, I didn't want to say anything until you got him in, but I feel like this game could go any which
Yes,
way. I
for
have
real.
no idea.
100%. No idea.
We kind of still don't know what it is, even with like gameplay showing off and everything. We're all like, oh, it's Left 4 Dead. And they're like, no, it's
at
not
this
Left 4
point.
Dead.
I'm beginning to think that that's because it's kind of aimless. Like I'm beginning to think maybe there's not going to be a great sense of what it is even while you're playing it.
Yeah,
I think it's just
I
Left
don't
4
think it's
Dead,
going to
they
be a
wanna
death
say
loop
it.
when it comes out, which like
Yeah.
reviewed really well.
All right, game number 7. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Mike gets first pick on this one.
Oh boy. Yeah, I see you Googling Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, what Breath of the Wild get, Jeff?
Yeah, what did it get? Why don't you share the class?
I mean, who said that's what I think? I'm 97.
I will say 90. I'm going to say 95.
Ooh, that's a really good one. Shit. All right, I'm going to go 96. I'll go higher.
Okay. Yeah, this one's gonna be interesting because does a sequel
Right.
hold up to the expectations?
Right, or is enough of it the same that it gets the right reviewers that like are mad about that.
Right.
Who knows what happens, but
Yeah, 97. That's like that's insanely high.
yes,
So we'll
not
see
many
what
games get that
happens.
high. Yep,
Yeah.
many of them that
All
do
right.
are Zeldas though. So
Right. Shout out Ocarina of Time.
Dan Riker just sent me the video file for Alex Navarro introducing the Blight Club game of mine. He's like, don't look.
oh,
don't
incredible! All right, very good.
Game number 8, The Lord of the Rings, Gollum.
Have fun, Jeff.
Yeah, all right. Let me Google something here.
What could you even
The
look up?
hell? What's the name of that one game?
You mean just type in the name of any of the movies? Or
No.
What
I'm trying to
games?
think that.
Specify.
Oh, okay, never mind. I know what I'm thinking of. Here we go.
What were you thinking of?
I'm not going to tell you. You can't think of it if you don't know what I mean by that one game. All right, I'm going to go with a 69.
Nice.
Does anyone have any idea what game could possibly be?
I have no idea what the fuck this man's thinking. I think he's thinking
Someone
of
does,
Gollum,
and chat does.
and it's not. Oh, what?
But Styx? What the hell is Styx? Or Shadow of Mordor?
No, Styx. It was Styx.
Okay, I'm about to say, I hope it's
What the hell is
Styx. What the hell is Styx? Yeah.
It's basically
Badger?
Gollum. It's basically Gollum.
Yeah, but without expectations, which probably helps Styx, or without a brand.
That's fair.
I bet people are gonna be somewhat gracious to it. I don't know though. It seems so fucking stupid. It seems awful. What Jeff say? 65? 68?
69.
Nice. It's pretty good. Shit. I'm gonna say 72.
Okay.
That's exactly what Styx got, by the way.
Nice.
Wow.
All right, let's go. See, I didn't have to look it up.
Game number 9, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Okay. Who's turn to go first?
I'm first.
Okay.
It's the snake, Jeff. It's the snake.
I couldn't remember.
I mean, it happened 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, exactly. It's a while for me.
Oh, I wish you went first, because everyone's. Wait a second. We can predict delay.
No.
Delay.
No, you can't do that.
Yes, we can, Sean.
Well,
in
I'm
the
going to do
rules,
that.
you can do it.
I'm going to do. I have to do that too because we hear it's. Yeah. I'm going to say delay as well.
Mike, did you remember that, or did you look in the chat? I'm
No,
curious.
I remembered, because I remember people with skull and bones.
I didn't want to say anything. I wanted you idiots to put scores in it. And be like, oh yeah, that's what Jason was saying, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff was just lying when he said I couldn't. This game probably not even coming out this year.
Well, Jeff definitely listened. He
I
definitely
was just
listened.
lying.
This
Yes.
was very deliberate.
Yes, I was 100% playing unfair.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
I'm glad I remembered.
To be fair, it is not against the rules to go against the rules. Just saying.
Especially if you're Jeff.
There's nothing in the rule book that says a dog can't play.
All right, Jeff. Here's a slam dunk for you. Game 10, Street Fighter 6. Come on now.
All right,
Come on
let's
now.
see. Street Fighter.
You stupid
Looking at
motherfucker.
Street Fighter 5 is not going to help you.
No, I'm not just looking at 5.
It doesn't matter what you look at.
Nah, none of that's going to help.
I shouldn't be saying this much. I should wait until after.
Yeah, what the hell? Whose team are you on? Let him make a stupid prediction. Actually, just say whatever Street Fighter 5 got.
Yeah, what's Street Fighter 5 get?
I'm not looking at
Put
Street
that in
Fighter
there.
5.
What are you looking at? King of
He
Fighters
doesn't know what
15?
to look at. That's
I'm looking
the
at
beautiful
4.
thing.
And I'm looking at all of it. I'm trying to get a sense of what fighting game fans
Let's
or
just
fighting game reviews
yell
do.
at him. I think it throws him off.
Mike, he's looking at Edge Magazine's review from 15 years ago. This is going to be good.
I'm going with a 92.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to give it. Damn.
Okay, all of that for just being like, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You shut up. Okay, what did you look at? What
I looked at a variety of things. I looked at a number of factors. I took the temperature of a lot of items on the internet.
Shit.
Are you using ChatGPT or whatever the fuck it's
That's
called?
a really good
He's
idea. All
using
right,
AI.
let me go to ChatGPT right now.
Okay, 92. I would have guessed a 92, but I'll say 91 then. I'll say 91.
Yeah, that's the easy answer. Fighting games never review super well.
Right. I bet this will be one of the best reviewing ones, but
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But still, like, if a game gets above a 90, you have to remember that some people are giving it perfect scores. And I don't know about that.
Charlie Wolf just said Chat GPT is banned. New rule.
Okay. It also refuses to predict the future. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll see how long that rule lasts.
Oh yeah, is it still the whole it doesn't have information from the past 2 years thing?
It like has some spotty information from the last 2 years, but mostly not.
Okay, because then it wouldn't even know that Street Fighter 6 is actually announced.
Right.
Then.
It definitely does not.
Okay. All right, game number 11, Diablo 4, and Mike is going first.
Yeah. I want to say 80. 88 for Diablo 4.
Okay.
89.
Do you actually think it's going to be in the 90s? You just don't want to
No,
offset it there?
I think it could be like 89, 90, 91 in that range is what I think.
Okay. Gotcha. I know if you were thinking, hey, this could go like 92 or something. I just don't want to
it could, but I
lose if it's like a 2-point difference.
Right. Yeah. I think it's
Okay.
I think it's high 80s.
All right. Interesting. Well, if my math is correct, this is the final game. Final Fantasy 16. A Mikey game that Jeff will be picking first.
What did Final Fantasy?
Jeff, here, I'm going to help you out. Look up Final Fantasy 13. That'll help you out a lot.
Look up what God War Ragnarok
that's not going to help me. Whose turn is it to go first?
Yours.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go with a 89 again, please.
All right.
Hate to take the under on this, but I'm going to say 88. I think enough people are going to be thrown off by how actiony it is.
I think that's where I would put it too, Mike. I would take the under because I think enough people are going to be like, oh, it's so far from turn-based Final Fantasy of my youth that they're going to be like, nah, give it like an 8 or something. Still a good score. Still a very good score. Just not in the 90s. All right. Well, that is it. That is all of them. I'm actually vetoing this last slide a little bit, just showing that we're at the end though. A lot of people in the community already got their predictions in for Q2 with Wolf. Going forward, I'm going to be putting up threads in the secret channels of the Discord, and then everyone can just dump their predictions there. So if you haven't put in a prediction with Wolf yet, that thread will be up by the end of this stream, and then you can dump them in there. And then moving forward, everyone will just put them in there every quarter. That's
Cool.
it.
All right,
Mike, back to you,
Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
All right.
Thanks, Wolf.
Thanks, Wolf.
Yeah, let's take one more little break here. We got some questions from the community to get to. We'll do that right after this. I have to go potty. BRB.
Then I can fade us back like that. All right, cool.
French toast just burning through the man.
Yeah, just destroying all his kidneys. All right. Even like Final Fantasy 14 games that like the expansions that have been reviewed, they're like they don't go above an 89. So it's like, like, and those are the ones the freaks really love. So
yeah, getting anything in the 90s is always going to be hard because, like I said, like there needs to be 10s or more accurately, probably 5 out of 5s that like pull that score up.
Yep. So yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's a fun game that we play all year long and should be cumulative.
this is in no way a diss on anyone, but I genuinely like that we have like so many different variations of Metacritic stuff that we do.
Yes, totally.
Like they all have a different spin. It all feels very good.
Yeah, it all fits in together and like different rules and right. Yeah, it's a cool thing to play. I enjoy it. Time out, Wolf. Let's see, because he's saying boo beef.
These are always HR's roast. Ignore them.
Wolf says for the chat and for everybody listening at home, Minecraft Legends reviews are your deadline. So you have until Minecraft Legends comes out basically to get your guesses
like
in.
Thursday or something.
Yeah, very soon.
Oh wow! All right, ready.
All right, bring us back in.
All right, and we're back. We got some questions from the community to get to here. You know, Jeff, did any of those games we just predict Metacritic scores for? I think there was one Nintendo game in there. There was Advance Wars at least. So.
Yeah, there was Advance Wars, right?
There's that at least.
Yes, and then no, there's two. There's two, Mike.
What's the other one?
It's like really obscure. It's The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Sus says, "Hey, butt munchers, we're getting the big new 3D Zelda at the end of the Switch's life cycle, so we can expect at least 5 years for the next one. Nintendo does another big 3D Mario for the end of the Switch. Which IP is going to be the must-play game for the launch of Nintendo's next system?" I mean, I think it's still going to just be a 3D Mario.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Mario and a new edition of Tears of the Kingdom with bonus features and graphical effects. They will probably have some other fun stuff, but they know that Mario and Zelda were a huge reason that the Switch did great in its first year. They're gonna focus on that, and then they'll probably have an Animal Crossing, which will be the other big thing.
Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion 4
and Mario Kart 9,
pretty big deal. Mario Kart 9 would be a very big deal.
There you go.
Actually, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Mario Kart 9 is just a straight up launch game this time around.
Yes, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Laser Wolf says, "Hello, Jeff, the Game Grubb, and Mike, Cerebral Assassin Minotti. The Castlevania Anniversary and Advanced Collections were recently on sale, so I got them both. I've never played a Castlevania game or many other Metroidvanias. Where should I start?" Well, playing through in Castlevania, if you want like a Castlevania-ass Castlevania game, I think that honestly Castlevania 1 NES is still really fun. I think Bloodlines, if you want something a little bit newer, which is the Sega Genesis one, is also a lot of fun. The Metroidvania path there, Aria of Sorrow is probably the one that's going to play this like the smoothest / the most modern for you. It's just going to have a kind of janky translation, but all three of those games in that collection are really good.
So he says he got Anniversary and Advanced collections for Castlevania. Yeah. So I mean, honestly, if you got the Advanced collection, just go in there. Just start with Circle of the Moon. Go to town. You're good there. Yeah, you'll have fun. And then Metroidvanias. I mean, Super Metroid is a great place to start. If you want to like get off of the Switch, you can go find Zero Mission somewhere. That's another good place to start. But
you want to take a Switch, get Hollow Knight, or in the Ori games too.
Yep. Yes, and then yes, if you want to get outside these two franchises, yes, definitely.
Wong Gift says, "Hey Jeff, Wong Gifts Grubb, and Mike Wong Gifts Naughty. Did you see Kieran Culkin's interview on Hot Ones? The internet was ablaze with his Mount Rushmore of NES games, including Castlevania, shared speedrunning strats, Castlevania 2, You Need a Guide, and Punch-Out must be played on a CRT due to input lag.
Yes, he knows his shit.
Has a celebrity ever surprised you in a good way by displaying their gaming bona fides?" That's pretty good, I have to say. I'm not sure if I could think of like another celebrity like, oh, this guy actually knows what he's talking about.
Oh man, I feel bad.
I guess I was surprised. I was impressed that Seth Rogen knew about the DK rap and kind of insisted it be in the movie. So that's something.
Yeah.
Wasn't somebody just talking about how they liked Banjo-Kazooie a lot recently? Some weird celebrity.
Yeah, Nick Offerman was was doing that. Yes.
Oh yeah, and people are like Henry Cavill like actually is a big Witcher fan, so that was pretty cool. Kenny Omega, a wrestler, really does know stuff about like Street Fighter and stuff like that. He actually beat me in Street Fighter 5. So yeah, Kenny Omega definitely knows what's up.
Ron Funches DM'd me because he heard me on the Bombcast, and he's like, "Hey, help me set up like my Steam Deck with a bunch of emulators and stuff." And then I got talking to him. He told me how he bought Anbernics for a bunch of his actor friends and gave them to them all loaded with a bunch of ROMs for Christmas and stuff. So it's like, and then he's been on the Bombcast and Beastcast before, and he listens to a lot of gaming podcasts and knows what he's talking about. So yeah, he kind of blew me away a little bit.
Oh no, Leia says, "Hi, Jeff, Vanilla Grubb, and Mike Cherry Garcia, but hold the cherries, Minotti. Who's your wah? You cannot choose your co-host, but celebrities and fictional characters are game." Okay, Jeff, do you ever see a celebrity or a fictional character that you think like, yeah, that's basically wah, Jeff?
I think I am Carl Urban's wah.
I can see that.
Yes, I think, especially as my hair kind of gets to this length and stuff, it has a little bit of the gray in it and stuff. I think Carl Urban has the shit together, and I think I am the messy, greedy, evil, chaotic version of him.
I don't know if it's because you said this, it's in my head now, but maybe I'm the wah for Nick Offerman. Maybe I'm wah.
That's good,
Offerman.
actually. Yes.
I got a like real handsy man, right? Like real man.
Yeah, for real.
The only exile
Warrell.
says,
Yes, I'm Warrell. Yes, Warrell Urban.
The only exile says, "Can you give a quick rundown of how long you've been doing gaming news? I started listening to you guys in December after what seems like years of hearing Grubb come up on the Kind of Funny shows." Well, Sean just picked up some story of mine from 2011.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's been over 12 years now. So, I mean, Jeff started on some smaller sites even before that, but we both really got started as interns at a place called BitMob, which was run by some ex-EGM people, Dan Shu and Damian Lin. And then that got bought by VentureBeat, which is where I still am, because they got, that's part of GamesBeat now. And then Jeff moved on from there about a year ago to Giant Bomb. So, it's been over a decade now. We've both been doing. It's funny, Jeff, because like I can remember probably like 6 years ago, our boss Jason was like, it's time for you guys to start thinking about like what's gonna be next for you. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's like, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be the young upstart forever, and no one will ever know who I am. And yeah, it's weird. It comes at you.
Yes, it does. I must have been doing it for probably about 14 years, because it was the 1UP-pocalypse. When 1UP started falling apart, and everyone was leaving, I was like, I need to. If I'm gonna make this happen, I need just to do it on my own. So I started like my own sites and stuff like that, and then I worked for Combo, which is like the Z-list version of Joystick or whatever, and it was a lot of fun. They didn't pay me anything, but yeah, it's got to be like 14, 15 years ago now. So yeah,
it's givemikeajob.wordpress.com still up, because that was like the site I started. So. Yeah, there it is. So that is actually still a thing with my banner says I promise I won't suck.
Yep.
And that was started in 2011. June, so that was probably before I got hired at BitMob even. So basically 2011 was when I was starting to try to get into this.
Yes, I was on G4 for like 20 seconds. That's right. Yes.
You were. All right then. Haas says, "Hey, dogs, have you guys checked out Dredge yet? The excellent indie fishing game. Brilliant loop for fishing to make money to upgrade your boat. Cool dark undertones.
That sounds
highly
good.
Recommend. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this game. Jeff.
I have it on my Steam Deck. I'm gonna play it after I finish Resident Evil 4.
That makes a lot. Yeah, but finish Resident Evil 4. God, but I do want to check this one out.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see if this has staying power. Like, are people going to be talking about Dredge still? Maybe Game of the Year time or not? I hope so.
Yeah, people seem really into it. Well, we're going to try to get a quick look up for it on Giant Bomb. Lucy's been talking about it for weeks, and then she was traveling. Although I think she just got back. So hopefully, maybe we can record one later this week.
I've been thinking about the Game Awards just because. I listened to the end credits song from Resident Evil 4 about 50 times today, and all I can do now is like think about they better have somebody play that song at the Game Awards, or else I'll be mad, because that's like basically that's the one part everybody likes from the Game Awards, right? Or the musical performances.
I think
it's
so.
the opposite of like other awards.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, I always have. Yeah.
TTKA Graven says, "Hello, Super Nintendo World Jeff and Super Nintendo World Virgin Mike. I loved the last episode of Game S making a game list of Sonic games. Would love you dogs do more lists like that, like deciding what Zelda dungeons are the best or what Mario levels are top tier. I think that would be fun. We have some more stuff to decide. I will say, playing Minish Capican. Jeff, you didn't get this far in it yet, but that last dungeon in that game I do like a lot. The one where you're in the sky. So that's definitely one of
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Beefhammer says, "Evening, Jeff. Auditioning for the voice of Wario for Super Mario Brothers 2, Grubb, and Mike auditioning for the voice of Link in a potential movie Minotti. I've received backlash in the past for saying I don't like Mario 64 and can't get into Galaxy 2, but I'm here to pose an even more important question. Is Mario Galaxy 1 even that good?
Yes.
I'm replaying it, and the lack of almost any kind of moveset due to limited controls kind of hurts the fun that comes from just moving and jumping as Mario. Thank you for backing me up as always, boys. Beef.
Wasn't I supposed to mute Beef in chat anyhow, or was he asking me to mute someone else?
I recall Beef. I recall Mario have a pretty good moveset in the Galaxy games. He can do the long jump, the side jumps, the backflips.
He can do the spin. Yeah,
which like really can extend your movement in interesting ways. It's basically just the Mario 64
message
moveset.
deleted by Turbo Sean. That was a Beef Hammer message. He just says, "I'm just asking the question."
He's just yeah, please delete that no matter who says that. Yeah, no, you're wrong. Somehow not the Mario opinion that is maybe the most upset today, because Dan Reichert was once again spewing his Mario 3D World isn't a core Mario game thing, and I don't know why. Why does it
matter? But it's just
no. Why do I let it bother me?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, right.
Well, here's what it is. I know Jeff's an idiot, but I don't care if Jeff's an idiot about cheese. Yeah. But Jeff knows better about Mario. He's supposed to know Mario.
Exactly.
So I just feel bad for him.
Go
ahead.
I think that it just Dan is very good at just saying it in such a way that it's like he can't go out there and keep saying this. He can't keep getting away with it. Someone needs to stop him.
That same podcast, somebody asked him what he would grow and sell at a farmer's market, and he said fries.
French fries, yes.
So there.
Oh boy. Yeah, that got Jan really good though. That was fun.
That was good. Screaming Bad, it says, hello, Mike, Too Hottie, Minotti, and Jeff Grubb, Master Sexe. With John Cena being playable in PGA 2K23, which Nintendo game would you two get Mr. Cena to appear in? I think it'd be funny if John Cena was in Splatoon as the only human. He can just play as John, and like instead of like disappearing into the ground, he just does you can't see me and is like invisible.
I like that. I was thinking like a companion in Paper Mario,
that'd be funny.
Yeah, just have him like do his moves on people.
I don't know. I don't know if there's anything to this rumor. I literally just saw like a tweet about it, so please don't take this as some kind of validation of it. But like the Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door rumors are swirling again. I don't know what that's based off of.
Yeah, who knows? I hope so. Yeah. But I don't know.
Dick Turbo says, technically not a Nintendo question. Well, then we don't have to read this one. Chuck, no, I mean, he says technically not a Nintendo question, but some of the games are on Switch, so it counts. With it being almost as long between Persona 5 and 6 as the time between 4 and 5, do you think Persona 6 will have graphics and art similar to Persona 5, or we see another graphical jump like we saw between 4 and 5? It's hard to imagine a jump that big. Right. Persona 5 kind of felt like, oh, Persona 3 and 4 made more money than they're supposed to. We can actually like invest in this. I don't really know. I don't know how you pretty it up much more than that for games that ultimately still sell like a few million copies, right? Yeah. Like they do very well.
It's gonna look better. It's not gonna look that much better. Like, yeah,
right.
I mean, there's diminishing returns. It happens everywhere.
Yep. Chuck 1991 says, "Hey Jeff, Double Bogus Scrub, and Mike Major Beef Minotti. Do you think the rumored Resident Evil outrage was ever real? Would a Switch exclusive Resident Evil be a bad move at this point from a development/financial perspective?" Yeah. It maybe is kind of weird at this point to make a Resident Evil game that is only going to be on one platform like that, huh?
Yeah.
I guess you can put it on PC also.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was probably something they considered. But I think that
that's just another team that could be making remakes, Jeff.
Exactly. That's more effort that you could put into those games that are going to sell everywhere. And, you maybe just wait to the next Nintendo system to start putting those games onto the Switch 2 instead.
One Up versus CPU says, I spent all weekend watching Star Wars Celebration streams. I highly recommend watching the Jedi Survivor stuff from Sunday. Cal Sesta showed up and talked a bit about the story and a lot about ponchos. All that stuff about Ashoka was also cool. I'm guessing you haven't had time to watch any of it, Jeff, but did you hear any news that interested you?
I caught up on a little bit as much as I could. I couldn't watch it live, but I saw the Ahsoka trailer and I thought it was surprisingly good. Because I don't have high hopes for a lot of these live action shows. I I saw a little bit of the stuff that was happening with Acolyte, or like kind of stuff they were talking there, and like that sounds pretty cool. Then all the movie news. I don't know, James Mangold doing a 25,000 years ago First Jedi story. Hell yeah, that's perfect.
That could be good because he should be free from having to do any stupid like reference. Like as much as like the Mario movie references, I'm kind of numb to Star Wars references.
Oh yeah,
now,
it's
right?
almost always bad these days.
Right,
It's
so,
like they do this so much. Like remember this, and it's really sad at this point. And it's like James Mangold making a dad movie in Star Wars. Hell yeah, let's go. I mean, it can be kind of like a Western vibe, whatever. I mean, a lot of Star Wars has that. I mean, Mandalorian's definitely that. But
yeah, there's like some guy who showed up in Boba Fett. I guess he's in Clone Wars. So this is just like an alien cowboy. I liked his look, but I don't know much about him.
yeah, and then
He kind of looked like the stranger from Stranger's Wrath to me, but blue.
right, and then there's I don't know, a handful of other movies that they're working on. One of them is like supposed to like wrap up like the Mandoverse into one thing and to like kind of tell us.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, that could be cool too. I'm fine with that. But the James Mangold is the one I'm most excited about right now.
The only thing I really got very excited about was there's going to be updates to Star Tours in the Disney parks. So
Yeah,
there you go.
that's cool too. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Jat's Bizarre Adventure. I guarantee you the Mandalorian is going to be in it.
Oh man, Din Djarin. Yeah,
Din Djarin, there you go. Yeah. Jat's Bizarre Adventure says, "Hey, dogs! Happy Tron Identity release day. It's out on both Steam and Switch. Wonder if you guys have any memories with the franchise. I like Tron a lot. I'm not that interested in this game, but to be honest, like the best thing about Tron is kind of everything but the story. Even though like I don't like the story stuff could be fine. I even like Tron Legacy a lot, even though people are like, oh, the story, whatever, everything else. I even like the whole thing there. But if you ask me about all the things I would want to do in a Tron world, just reading people talking to each other is not necessarily where I would go. But if I hear it's really good, I'll check it out. But I like old Tron. I like the Tron arcade. If I had to get like one pre-NES era like arcade machine, it would be the Tron cabinet. I love that. I think it looks good. I think it's a ton of fun. You know, I want to play Tron 2.0. Remember that PC? Like first-person shooter that came out well before Tron Legacy, like well before it seemed like we were never going to get a Tron sequel. So that was the Tron sequel. I want to play Tron 2.0. But yeah,
I don't have much love for Tron.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
have you ever seen Tron like Tron 1?
Not really. I mean, it's definitely been on in my presence, and I was just like, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'll give it a real try.
I know what your problem is.
Oh,
You never
no.
play Kingdom Hearts 2 and then go to the Tron level there.
Oh, yeah, that's my
what's the
problem,
coolest thing
right?
in the
That's not the only thing making life
Yeah.
worth living. That's my problem. Okay.
I love that world. Having Tron as your partner. Oh,
I should watch Tron Legacy because I really like that director. The one that
You
did
never
that.
seen Tron Legacy?
No, I should. I've definitely seen parts of it, but I've never sat down to watch it. And that's the director of Oblivion and Top Gun Maverick. The guy just like makes cool looking stuff. So I think
Tron Legacy looks awesome.
I bet I would like it then.
Yes, I like Tron. I hope this new Tron movie is good with freaking Morbius. What's his name? What's that guy?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, he looks like he would be a Tron guy. Yeah.
Does he? All right.
Does.
Was the guy who was in Tron Legacy? Was he famous? Was he ever in any more things, or was that kind of like?
Was he just like a Channing Tatum like?
Yeah, that sounds right. Let me see. Who was the guy? It's just like some attractive.
Yeah, it was a Tatum night.
Dude.
Yeah.
Garrett Hedlund. Yeah, I'm beginning to think he probably wasn't in a ton of other things. Well, most famous for Tron Legacy. So there you go.
All right then.
All right. Next thing here is who was that? That was Jat. So happy Easter X Bop. It says Wolf to my dogs. With the wave of handheld devices with excellent streaming capabilities heating up, do you think there are chances the Switch successor finally gets its act together streaming wise? I would still not be shocked if there's zero streaming stuff with Switch 2 aside, maybe even less than these like cloud streaming versions of games we've been getting. So I don't know.
Well, what do you mean? What does this mean? Like, get its act together streaming wise?
Like what would it have support for like NVIDIA, whatever that's called?
None of that's gonna happen.
Right. Like that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna have xCloud or whatever.
I think the most likely scenario to involve any sort of stuff like this is now the dock can have stuff streamed from a remote Switch, so it can kind of be Wii U like or dual screen like. And so you can have something on your TV related to the game. Connectivity is back, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So
DS Virtual Console can be a reality.
DS Virtual Console, yes, that kind of stuff.
Fetch JC says, "Hey dogs, last Friday I had a day where I just played games the entire day. I don't get that super often, so it kind of felt refreshing. Just not have anything to do and play games. Have you all ever felt like this?" No, I have a lot of days like that.
Not in a very long time. I've had a day like that. So, yes, I haven't felt that way. Years now. It's been always something to do. So yeah, well, maybe one day we'll see.
Always more holes to dig in the backyard.
Yeah, even like traveling, it's like, okay, I got a hotel room by myself. Like, cool. It's like I got like 5 minutes in there to play games. That was it. So
Is that your own hotel rooms?
So the new thing is that it's kind of not a good idea for companies to have people bunking up together because that creates a potential for HR violations. So
I need to tell my company that.
You tell yes, definitely. They basically won't let us go somewhere and share hotel rooms. We have to have our own hotel rooms.
First traveling, there was like 5 of us in a hotel room, intergender.
Yep.
Like it was just whatever. Man.
Yep, it's the only way they would ever let us do it. So we're like, whatever. Yeah,
I don't care. Casual says, "Dear Nintendogs, please rank these Nintendo oinkers." Okay, you ready, Jeff?
Yeah, hit me with those oinkers.
Okay, you know what? There's a lot here. I don't want to rank them, but necessarily like in order. Give me a letter grade for each one, okay?
Okay.
Yuga, that's a Ganon form. He's a pig.
B+.
Pillow Swine, that's a Pokemon.
That's a C.
Joan from Animal Crossing.
A.
The Mask of Sense from Majora's Mask.
That's a B-.
A Pigma Dengar from Star Fox.
A+.
Jeff, I would kiss you right now. I was just gonna say,
I love Pigma Dengar.
I was gonna say this better be the highest. Because I was reading it, like everything else, whatever. I was like, okay, Pigma Dengar better be top.
It's incredible. What a powerful
He's
name.
Great. I love him. I think he's the one who got Fox McCloud's father killed. He's way more evil than Starwolf is.
Right. He's like totally vile too. Like he always like he's a fucking pig.
Like Pigma Dengar was on Star Fox that betrayed them.
Yeah. A+.
John doesn't like Pigma. And then the 3 little pigs from Super Mario Land 2.
D.
All right. Wow. I mean, it is kind of weird. It's just the 3 little pigs.
That just sucks, actually. Get out of here, you fucking nerds.
Wow. Okay. Well, congrats to Pigma Dengar. That's a great name, too. There's a guy who deserves his own spin-off as Pigma Dengar.
Yeah, let's go.
Just make it that canceled Prey 2 game, but you play as Pigma
We should do that
Dengar.
thing the McElroys did to get into Trolls 2. We should like instead of put McElroys to Trolls 2, put Pigma Dengar as a reference in Mario 2. Like, let's go.
Yeah, you wouldn't. There was a Star Fox reference in there, so it's not ridiculous. Remember, there was an R-Wing on top of his TV when he was playing Kid Icarus. Yeah. Mr. Bowler says, "Hey, Nintendogs, I was thinking back to some of the rumors spreading regarding the Wii, then Nintendo Revolution, particularly rumors that the controller wouldn't have physical face buttons and instead would have a touchscreen that would allow for virtual buttons to be added per game." Yeah. I remember these rumors.
Me too.
Obviously, this wasn't true, but I still remember the rumors to this day. What are some game/system rumors that turned out to be false, but you still think back to? Man, I remember that first patent for like the Switch, where like it was like the whole controller was a screen and the buttons were just on the screen. And then when people were talking about the modular design, which was really just Joy-Cons, it sounded like that was going to be a much bigger thing than it was. Like, oh, then the controller, like a game could come with different modular controllers made just for that game. And obviously none of that happened.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. When I think back to this stuff, the one thing I remember is kind of like the banana controller for PlayStation, but again, that's not like any features or anything.
That wasn't like
that.
a rumor. That was like an actual thing they were.
That was like a prototype. Yeah, exactly.
And they showed it off at E3 or something.
Okay, the rumor I think of, this is not even a rumor either, but it's a patent, is the thing where was this a PlayStation or an Xbox? I think it might have been an Xbox, and they're like, oh, during some things an ad might play, and to get the ad to stop, yeah, it's Xbox because it was the Kinect, and the Kinect's watching you all the time, so to get the ad to stop playing, you just have to stand up and yell McDonald's. And then that was like in the patent. I think about that all the time. I just love the idea of like the Kinect watching you as you stand up and yell McDonald's in your own living room to get a commercial to stop playing.
Of course, it won't work. Like,
Yeah,
scream McDonald's a few times.
McDonald's, and your children walk in, and your
They
whole family
cry.
thinks you're crazy. Yeah,
They're embarrassed.
What's
of
wrong
you.
with Daddy?
It's
McDonald's.
It's incredible. Big Tony says, "Hey dogs, what's the over under that Jet Set Radio and Persona 3 remake will make its way to the Switch/successor?" Thanks. Yeah, I guess it depends on. I mean, if both these are real, you would imagine they're both far away enough that they would come out around time that a Switch successor's out.
Yeah.
It would depend on specs. I mean, the whole point with that Jet Set Radio game is that it's their super game, right? So
game.
it should be so super high end that like, oh, we can't do it on even the Switch 2. I don't know. Persona 3 though, they probably want to get that on. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. It took so long to get Persona 4 on Switch and portable and Persona 5, but I don't know why you wouldn't just have that come out on a Switch, whatever that is, on launch.
Yeah, I think both these games come to the Switch successor. Yep.
Vision 49 says Activision said that this year's premium release for Call of Duty was going to be campaign DLC and a large chunk of multiplayer content, but it seems like now Activision have changed their language and they are talking about a full game release for 2023. Unless this is an ODST type situation, do you think Call of Duty under Activision can afford to take a year off? And would its sales recover in 2024 if it did? Seems weird to move a game of this scale up so far on a timeline. I think sales would recover. It is just they're so dependent on Call of Duty for their yearly financials. It just would ruin them to miss out on what is a major like source of their revenue for an entire year. Like that's just talked about this. This is their problem. This is why they want to get acquired. They are far too dependent on this one franchise.
Yep, this is exactly why they want out. Because this is like the inevitable future. These games are going to take maybe even longer and more expensive, and might be impossible to do in a year, and so they'll have to take time off. And then what do we do? Our comparisons are going to look terrible. They were trying to figure that out, and that was why the campaign DLC, like they were going to put something out this year, no matter what, that was going to be a new $70 SKU. And that would probably be some version of the game that had, it's the same game as last year, but has all this extra stuff. And that wouldn't have sold quite as well, not nearly as well, but it would have sold enough. And then a lot of people would have bought the DLC and all that other stuff. But it's, they clearly know that is not going to be good enough. So yeah, they wouldn't be great for the comparison this year, but they would recover next year, and they would have been fine in terms of that stuff. But like long term, they have really got to figure out how to make Call of Duty more sustainable, because they can't keep going at this clip, not forever. Something will give it eventually, and they'll be in deep trouble.
Glossy Prime says, with the success of the Mario movie, Zelda seems like an obvious next franchise for Nintendo to move mediums. However, I think Zelda would be a tricky series to adapt. So how would you make a Zelda movie? It's hard on multiple planes. So first off, I think you adapt Ocarina of Time, first off. You don't try to get too cute or try and do your own thing or whatever. Like the Mario movie, you play the hits. What makes the most sense? It's early in the timeline. It's the most recognizable game in the series. It's Ocarina of Time. You adapt that. But then, okay, so how do you do that? Is it animated again? That makes a lot of sense in some ways. But, this can't be a super goofy, silly thing, really like the Mario movie. And, we've seen that animated movies that aren't like that are more genre or maybe even a bit more teen-oriented as opposed to young kid-oriented, that's tough. So then you have to make it silly. Well, then that's going to be maybe weird. Okay, then, do you make it live action? Do you just try to make it like Lord of the Rings? Well, that's really expensive, and that's really difficult, and it might really throw people off. Also, it's a nightmare. I'm glad I'm not the one who has to figure it out.
Yep, I agree. All the things Mike said.
Chaos Buck. I am a smart person. Thank you, Jeff. Chaos Buckaroo said, "Howdy, fellas. No question, just a comment. Famicom Detective Club came to Switch 2 years ago next month. At best, I could tell it is the only Nintendo-published Switch game that was never gone on sale, excluding recent releases, even when factoring in its digital only. That's an on-game to hold that distinction." That is, I want to just forget. We should probably put that one on sale. Man, I haven't thought about these games very much yet, but I never had too much interest in them.
At some point I might check them out, but yeah, I didn't have, they weren't exactly games I've ever been pining for.
Lenny Cool Dick Denver says, "Hey, Ween Assassins, with the Switch 2 seemingly being around the corner, what Nintendo IP will randomly come back, like Star Fox Zero in April 2016 or Metroid Samus Returns in September 2017, to help close out the Switch? I have a Punch Out with 60% less racial stereotypes." Gosh, I feel like stupid saying this, Jeff. There's gotta be a new F-Zero eventually here, and I feel like it's gotta be sooner rather than later. And I don't know if I believe everything about those next level rumors, but I still think there's gotta be something F-Zero happening.
Yeah, I think we get an F-Zero soon, in the next 12 to 18 months, maybe even as soon as like by the end of this year. I hope so. But yeah, I also don't buy those next level rumors. So we'll see.
Clink says, "Hey there, Mike must legally disclose he is a Nintendog Minotti, and Jeff doing this for fun. Grubb. Would it be better or worse if Kirby had teeth? Worse. Much worse.
Terrible, in fact.
It doesn't bother me that Toad has teeth though, but Kirby, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want this. This would be bad for me."
Octo says, "Hey there, Jeff goes along on Luigi's penis. Grubb, and Mike, many gay cheetahs died for Dan's Mickey Mouse opinions. Minotti. What's your pie in the sky video game adaptation? No holds barred. Give me a lavishly produced and faithful 4-part Griffin Dango miniseries." It's kind of hard for me to not agree with that, because that would be amazing. I would actually really like it if straight up Disney said, "Hey, our animation team or Pixar, you're going to make a Monkey Island movie." I would like that a lot.
That'd be cool. I kind of just want a maybe even like the one that did the Mickey Mouse shorts. The Mickey Mouse shorts team, I would like for them to take Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and bring all of those characters to life. Prince Peasley and Fawful and then Mario and Luigi and the entire Mushroom Kingdom and all those characters. I think that would make a very good cartoon series. I would like that.
Drewman says, "Hey, Mike and fresh cut Grubb. Listen, boys, I'm fresh back from the Mario movie, and it was great. Got me thinking the entire time, how the hell did Nintendo not have a single Mario game lined up to release along with this huge theatrical event? It feels like such a wasted opportunity. Is it just me thinking this, or does Nintendo just not care?" I mean, they care. They've been smart about, for one thing, when I saw the movie, they were just straight up ads for basically every Mario game you could get that's on a Switch right now. And a lot of those have been on sale even during this. I mean, it's a hard thing to line up with if these games can take 5 years to make now.
Yeah, and I think that they're thinking that this movie can sell those Mario games to an audience that hasn't bought them before. So I think they're kind of hoping that happens. But also, I think they know that the buzz from this movie can last for a while, and so if they launch a Mario movie in a little bit, that'll be fine. And I think also part of them is it's not that we don't care, but we're going to sell our Mario games the way when and and how we normally do. We're not going to worry about trying to line anything up with something else. The other things should try to line up with us, and if it doesn't, oh well.
DMC Depressed Me Crying says, "I just want to point out that the glitched graphics from the Last of Us PC port still look better than Babylon's Fall cutscenes." And yeah, he's got some examples here, and he's not wrong.
Yeah, I like it.
Keywork says, "Hey, homies, what did you think of the small details in the land, Jeff? I'm proud of the Pikmin the most. Also, after experiencing Super Nintendo World in Hollywood, are you looking forward to Universal's Pokemon attraction?"
Yeah, I mean, I try to notice as many small details as possible. I love them. The Pikmin were my favorite. So yeah, well done. And then what's the experience in Super Nintendo World in Hollywood? Are you looking forward to Universal's Pokemon attraction? Is there details on this? Is that what this link
Not really
is?
Details, just that we know that something is coming.
Yeah, why not?
Japan
That'd be
away.
great. That would be a fantastic thing to have at a theme park. I think not to the exclusion of other Nintendo stuff, but I mean, for a lot of people, no, they would take that to the exclusion of everything else. So yeah,
It'll
I think that'd be cool.
Very big.
Yep.
Yeah. JD Camp says, "What should I buy from the Giant Bomb store?" Well,
Get
there's
a
no
mug.
T-shirts with my face on them, so maybe nothing.
I mean, that was by design.
I got the one with the. I think I saw one that looked like it had a Sega Saturn in it, so I bought that one. TV stand.
Sure, yeah, totally. Get one of those double wall water bottles with all the cool logos on it, and then get a Giant Bomb dad hat for when you're doing. So yeah, get the water bottle and wear the dad hat when you're working out in your garden.
There you go. And then shave your balls with Manscaped. Breadfish says, "What up, dogs? Just wanted to thank Jeff for gracing my home of San Diego. Any standout food/drink places you hit? Apologies to Mike for ignoring him with this question, but he knows what he did. That's fair. I mean, you talked quite a bit about that tiki place. What's it called?
Grass Skirt. Go there, but maybe don't even go to the Grass Skirt. Go to the Grass Skirt and then say, hey, can you pick up that phone over there? And have the lady pick up the phone and watch as the wall unseals and opens up. And instead of going on the Grass Skirt, go to, I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it, but it's a nautical themed bar with Spanish tapas on the menu. And the theming is incredible. It's just a couple months old. It's the same kitchen. So it's got a different menu, but it's the same kitchen with Chef Bob working on it. And the food is apparently just as delicious. He brought us some of the stuff from that menu.
What the hell?
It is incredible. So you got to get out to this place. It's I guess it's in the trendy part of town where it's like a little bit more hipstery. But it was just in a strip mall. But yeah, you got that whole experience was so cool. We went to the tiki bar side and loved it. You definitely Grass Skirt, definitely. But I really can't wait to get back at some point in my life to go see that the nautical theme bar side. He walked us through it, and it was just so cool. It was they had a couple of them. They had like some clearly like TVs set up as like paintings behind these frames, and so it was like these animated ships that just looked like moving paintings, very kind of similar to what they had in like their Harry Potter world stuff. So yeah, that's very cool. You should definitely check that out.
And then Uncharted Wolf says, hey Jeff, I saw a Pikmin Grubb and Mike wishes he saw a Pikmin Minotti. With all the leaks of Persona 3 Remake, do you guys think we'll get remakes of the first two games? When do you think Persona 3 Remake releases? How about Persona 6? So we talked about those first two games. I don't know when the Persona 3 Remake happens. It doesn't seem like a this year proposition, though.
Yeah.
So
it seems like a Summer Game Fest announcement possibility, sort of in that range.
Yeah, Sega's been involved with that. They were involved with that last year, at least in some capacity.
So it seems like it could get announced, but I think it probably comes out next year.
I guess that is a good question. Like, is this the main Persona team? And is this taking up time from them instead of making Persona 6? I mean, it would almost make sense in some ways because it is like weird that we haven't heard about a Persona 6 yet. But it's also like, well, they want to get that happening. And sure, they would want to remake Persona 3. But you would still think it'd be super important for them to have a Persona 6 coming out within the next couple years. I don't know if they would remake Persona 3 if it was going to set them back like 4 years on Persona 6. So, and I know, Nick was saying this team can work on two things at once. Well, yeah, but it's going to slow things down significantly if they're making two games instead of one. So,
yeah, and they already take a lot of time on Persona games. So, yep.
Yeah, I think it would I would guess it'd be a different team, or like maybe similar people, but overall maybe a different team.
Yep.
Persona 6, I feel like there's a part of me that's like, well, maybe we don't hear about that this year if they're gonna start marketing a Persona 3 remake.
I think so,
but maybe next year.
Yep.
Then Turbo Scar says, "Hi Jeff, McFoley, Grubb, and Mike, Al, McWiggin, Minotti. Well, who is the biggest zaddy on the Smash Brothers Ultimate roster?"
Captain Falcon. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
He's got his like nipple suit or whatever. Come on.
Is that Tekken guy a zaddy or is he too evil to be a zaddy?
He might just be a daddy. He's not a zaddy.
He a daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Ooh, pictures of Pokemon.
So they already have like Universal. A Pokemon parade in Universal Japan. That's what Keyword just shared with us, which is pretty cool looking.
Yeah, that looks cool.
I do wonder what that, because you could do basically anything with a Pokemon ride. Really, you could just have some kind of car. I mean, if you really want to be like really like impressive, you can make it look like the Pokemon Snap vehicle or something.
Yeah,
but whatever it is, you're gonna go around. You're gonna like see animatronics of Pokemon doing cute things, and that's basically all it does need to be.
Oh, Snake is also in. Yes, Snake is.
Yeah, Snake's a zaddy.
That's a himbo. That's a himbo. Yeah.
I guess I see that. I wonder what there's so many characters. There must be more. What's Fire Emblem characters the most zaddy? Like Chrom? Is Chrom the biggest zaddy in Fire Emblem?
Maybe Roy.
Zaddy? Roy? No, Roy's more of a fuckboy than a zaddy.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Yes, that's a good point.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, that does with the questions. Jeff, are there any more super chats we should talk about here?
I mean, I don't know, but I could check. Let's take a look here. I think we got one more. No, we got a couple more. Let's take a look here. Okay, so B. Traven, I think it's another one for B. Traven. Great performance by Mike. Oh, no, that's right. Okay, that was the Squirtle one. Prinny Dude says, did you see the Banjo tweet from Australia, New Zealand, Xbox? It's probably nothing, but if a remake / new game was happening, would it come to Switch? No, I don't think it would
No.
come on the Switch.
No, too bad. But
Yeah, just
something with Banjo.
Yeah, I mean, they got a whole thing there with the subscription service that makes a lot more sense if like you make stuff that appeals to families, and Banjo's like one of their bigger family game franchises that they just haven't done a lot with.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, people still talk about Banjo despite the fact that he's been in basically nothing.
Right.
Like when he came back at the Smash Bros, people were very excited. There are so many other franchises that haven't had a new game since the 360 era. No one cares about. People still would be very much excited for Banjo. So I think you gotta try. You gotta give that at least one more good try.
Yep. Oh, and here's another one. Uriel Delgado says Ganondorf is a zaddy. Yeah, that sounds right. He's a zaddy.
Big Turbo is saying that Zaddy is a hot older man, basically.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel like the Tekken guy makes some sense. Well, he's not. His father's even older, so whoever that is, the guy from Soul Calibur 2, that's my Tekken references, by the way, is where they guest star in. He's probably the ultimate zaddy.
That sounds right.
There aren't enough old people in Smash Brothers.
There's not a lot of old people in video games.
Yeah, I guess not. It's usually like fighting game rosters. They'll throw in a couple olds. I remember Virtual Fighter, like 2 had like the one girl's like father in it.
Oh, there's one of those disgusting olds. Yeah,
One
sure.
of these disgusting old, like or Oro in Street Fighter 3.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly. Jeff, I'm what I'm playing on Switch right now. I can't really talk about. I know you've been traveling a lot. I don't know if you've had anything to really talk about. We've talked a lot.
No, I brought my
about
Switch
other
with me,
things.
but I just ended up playing Resident Evil 4 on my Steam Deck instead most of the time. So I haven't had a lot of time to touch the Switch. I want to go back to a handful of games. But yeah, I've just been busy. Although I expect that to change here because Advance Wars is coming out very soon, so I'll be playing that soon.
Yeah, that's true. That's nuts. Yeah, exactly. I think I have officially given up on Fire Emblem Engage. I liked it. I got what I need out of it.
Yeah.
I feel a little bad. I wasn't compelled to finish it, but
But
it is what it is.
It's a good game for many hours.
Yeah, I mean, I think I played it for 25 hours.
Yeah,
and
that's
I was like, all right,
huge. Yeah.
that's enough. All right, then let's start getting out of here, I guess, Jeff.
All right, sounds
well,
good.
I guess we do need a topic for next week here.
Should we do a console draft on Decides this week?
Yeah, I guess it's been a while, huh? I guess I'm ready to get hurt again.
All right, I'm hitting the music.
All right, chat, hit me up give me suggestions right now for a topic next week. Figure something out here.
I'm Jeff Grubb on Twitch and Twitter. You can follow me, hang out.
Kokoto on Twitch and Twitter. I'm starting to make my push to 10,000 followers on Twitter, which is an obnoxious thing to say. I know, but still.
You should be there. You should already be there. You deserve it. So
We'll
get you there.
I deserve good things.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly. All right, yeah, I'll think of a topic offline.
If you go to the grass skirt on Friday, Nick Ivory will be there. He'll do close-up magic for you.
Ask him about the lemon.
Yes,
ask him where Dan's real $20 bill is.
Yeah. Show me the lemon. Show me what's in your Crown Royal bag, which is like where he carries around all his gimmicks.
I like that.
Yeah.
Crown Royal bags are nice. Like, why throw that away?
It was like Rainforest Cafe where like it got dark and there was like thunder and lightning and stuff. It was a cool place. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Come on, go cruising, cruising. Come on, go cruising. Let's go cruising. Let's go cruising. Let's go cruising. Come on, let's go cruising.
They're Italians. They're Italians.